Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that...
Raw power. Your bike can have the cycle sound with raw power. It fits on most handlebars and makes the sound of raw power. Raw power, the motorcycle sound from Ideal.
As you can see, I'm cutting it up right now. And my onions.
You ain't cutting shit.
I did it. We did it really fast.
That's fucking CGI bullshit.
And I'm going to bring them all over. I'm not going to use you.
Somebody said you're watching McMillan and Wife on TV.
I'm not watching McMillan and Wife.
What a Bobby fan. What a pull.
Yeah. You leave them there. I'm going to put them into, follow me. Put them into a hot pan. See? Oh, isn't that sizzle?
Hey, you say you're getting tired of lettuce and tomato hamburgers that don't quite make it? Yeah! Then look at McDonald's new McDLT. I'm talking quarter pound of beef on the hot, hot side. The new McDLT. Hot, hot. Crisp lettuce and tomato on the cool, cool side. The new McDLT. Cool crisp. The beef stays hot. The cool stays crisp. Put it together, you can't resist. Could be the best lettuce and tomato hamburger ever.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's new McDLT.
Mother, did he need to be so hideous? Thank you very much. Send Marco via link. He can come on anytime, Gina. So could you, baby. So could you. Oh, I love this one. Guitar Zero. Love it. Keep them coming. Keep them.
I'm not allowed to say what I'm thinking.
Into a cast. Oh,
I want to say what. Oh.
Say what you're thinking. Go ahead, Harry. Say what you're thinking.
I'm not allowed.
Yes, you can. You can. You totally can. Go for it.
Reminded you of something or someone?
It just made me think of Planet Fitness.
Okay, yeah. I hope he dries off. If he dries off, he uses only paper towels. How about that?
Oh my god! Oh my god! She's thinking that this boy is getting his libido on. That's what, oh my god! That's what you're thinking, huh?
Come on, tell me who you are. I really wanna know. Got to resist, don't talk to strangers. You got to beware. There could be danger. It's okay to be scared. Don't talk to strangers. You got to beware. Don't talk to strangers. Danger, strangers.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh shit. We're doing it.
Oh, hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Who's ready for 3 hours of fun and segments in the afternoon? I hope you are, because this is BF Live. Midday, the mid-morning hang. How's everybody doing? I see there's a couple 22 people already in here. The chat family is assembling. They are forming. How's everybody doing today? Boy, we got 3 hours. I got 3 hours of a show planned for you today. I got some things laid out here, like we'll do the chat family check-in like we always do. We'll do the other news. We'll do some new Cyke content, brand new Cyke content. Maybe we'll get to the animals in the news, headlines with featuring animals and stuff. All kind of stuff written down here. But I'm going to bring in my bros, and we're going to start off the show with some breaking news. How about this? Maybe I'll start off the show with, let me roll my thing. What do we got? Play it, Bob. Play it. Whoop. Here we go. That's right. We have breaking news in the podcast creator community. Here it is, y'all. It just went down about an hour ago. Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. About an hour before I started this show today, about an hour before I started the show, I get a notification from my Rumble on my phone that says Cardiff Electric is now on Rumble. So apparently something went down with Cardiff Electric's channel. It is no longer there on YouTube. We're going to talk about this. I got the clip of him being on Rumble. I'm going to bring some friends in that kind of know about it too. They're the bros you know. He's the bro you know from the Great White North. Let's say hello to him, my friend and yours, Bobby Nick Havens.
Hey, BF.
Come on in, buddy. I know we were just talking about this backstage, and we were kind of almost doing a show before the show because literally this broke like 1 hour before this show started, buddy. Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
Cardiff.
Now Rumble exclusive for the time being.
For the time being, at least. You know,
for the time being.
I don't know. He made a very bad decision.
Yeah, he made a bad decision, and we'll talk about it a little bit. It involved his channel and playing a movie on his channel last night. Let's bring in another bro you know. He's the prop master, my friend and yours. Let's say hello to him. It's Scott Fitzpatrick. What's up, buddy?
You're muted.
You're muted. I can see the line going right through your mic, my friend.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. Unmute yourself. Did I do that? Did I do that? Can I there you go. It's Scott Fitzpatrick. I see you're unmuted, brother. How you doing, man?
Damn it. I come in hot. Missed it.
You tried to come in hot. I hope you didn't let off a ripper in your pants, man. You had a good ripper?
No.
Like that.
Called you guys boners.
Boners. That's all right, man. Well, look, we were just trying to get it all together before the show started because backstage we were talking about it, and you kind of learned from us that, yes, in fact, breaking news, Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's no more on YouTube. He's on Rumble. I got a little bit of the clip or whatever from his broadcast that he did earlier today. Bobby Nick, did you see much of it live?
I didn't see any of it live. I was told about it after, and I skimmed through it a little bit. And
yeah. All right. Well, we'll get down to it live and everything. How about we get down to that right now, and then maybe we'll work our way into the chat family check-in. I see there's a lot of chat family that has checked in, buddy. But why don't we do this? Once again, we're covering that Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel has been nuked. All right, so and what do we hear? We'll talk about it a little bit, Bobby Nick, but yeah, it has to do with Stuttering John's movie, One Too Many. I understand they tried to play that last night, right?
Yeah, I guess I think they did it on Patreon, but then he decided to upload it to the YouTube channel.
Okay.
And that's when it got nuked. Because there's bare breasts in there. You can't do that. You can't do that on YouTube.
Anybody following this whole Stuttering John and Cardiff kind of feuding back and forth would think, you go on the surface, you go, oh, it's Stuttering John's horrible movie, and they showed it. He must have copyright struck him. But Cardiff lets us know that, in fact, it's what you said, Bobby Nick, that it has more to do with the nudity. And you kind of knew about it because you guys attempted to watch that movie yourself, didn't you?
Well, I have in the past. I've heard of a lot of people doing it on YouTube and getting away with it.
Yeah.
I've never done it on YouTube, done it on Rumble, but I think, the thing is, YouTube is always changing, and, that rule is the same. Sometimes you might get caught for it, sometimes you might not.
Yeah.
But never take that risk. You
Yeah,
know?
there
Never
does seem to
take
be a
that
selective enforcement element on YouTube, and that if you're a low channel, maybe they won't mess with you so much for those things. Maybe that has something to do with their Bobby Nick as well.
Yep. Because I don't know. I don't think I don't think it was a smart move. I don't think it was a smart move at all.
Well, Cardiff is a bro. He is a friend of mine. I ran into him. I took pictures with him up at the DabbleCon just recently. He's a bro, So you will notice if you're watching the chat here on BF Live today that I have included Cardiff Electric's Rumble link because he's trying to build up that Rumble, y'all. So for the time being, he's going to try to figure it out. So that's going to be the home of Cardiff Electric for a while. Why don't I get into this clip now? I'm going to roll this little live he did. It was about 22 minutes. It looks like it took him about 4 minutes in, Bobby, to get his signal to the screen. Yeah. But let's watch this because, Rumble is a different beast and all. So let's go here. Once again, the exclusive for those that are just joining us. Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. Oh, shit. All right, so here we go on Rumble. Let's see what he has to say about it, Bob.
Yeah, now he was using the Rumble Studio here.
Yeah.
So,
and he was complimentary about the Rumble Studio, Bobby Nick. He did say it's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Do you do your show? You're in the lounge. You produce that with Rumble Studio?
No, I do it with StreamYard.
Okay.
For now.
I'm just curious.
I'm hoping to be able to go back to.
Yeah, there's Rumble Studio, there's Twitch Studio, there's so many different ways we can bring this stuff to you. But here we go now to the breaking news of Cardiff Electric on Rumble, letting everybody know what happened to him and where he'll be. Check it out.
Feel like we've been here before, ladies and gentlemen.
You got the sound coming through?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Figure out Rumble. Trying to figure out a new world. Yeah. So my YouTube got nuked. Now, before anyone says anything, before anyone points the finger at B Dabbler and OJ and JT.
Yes.
I want you to know it's completely all their faults. Yes, it's all their fault.
He wants
Punish
to point
them.
the finger.
Punish them, not me. No, it's fucked.
It's fucked.
So yeah, I got hit this morning. We did the One Too Many live stream last night. And I uploaded it this morning. And it got through all the checks and everything, and I thought I edited whatever.
Maybe.
I'm not going to go through all that, but they nuked my channel. So, going to spend some time on Rumble. I filed the appeal. Take 2 or 3 days. I don't have a ton of confidence in that. But I just wanted to jump in here, talk to you guys, let you know what's going on. I've still got my Patreon if you want to support. But
I heard Cardiff say at some point in this, I don't know if I'll play all 22 minutes of it, obviously, but I did hear him say at some point, Dang Lizard, thanks for checking in today, that he did warn like OJ and like Bedabbler to kind of pull that shit down. So as of this morning, he reported that they weren't affected. So I think he probably got the news to him in time.
Seems like it might be the place for me for a bit. I know it sucks for now. Hopefully it changes. I know when Tukey tried to use Rumble, it's just not, I don't know, it just feels like you're in a different world. It feels like just a second rate for some reason streaming service.
It's gotten better though, Bobby Nick.
Rumble
100% it has.
100% better.
The watch along is up on
but your phone does still get hot low every now and then. It could act a little
Patreon
clunky when you're kind of flipping,
that.
trying to chat and go back and forth and shit.
Yeah, the lowest. No, Tukey, I don't think got struck. I warned him quickly.
I seem to have less problems on PC than I do on the phone, Bobby Nick. Smoother on PC.
Right.
So I think he's okay. OJ, I think, is okay. What kind of sucks too, though, I did a YouTube chat with customer support or whatever, YouTube support. They were very helpful, very polite, very nice. But basically said the appeal is the only process to do anything about the ban. So I have to kind of sit tight and wait for that. But it's the ban evasion stuff that worries me, and being, appearing prominently on other people's channels.
Yes, he's worried about that, Bobby Nick. He don't even want to be on other people's channels. Like, right,
down
and
too,
he
so,
needs to worry about that because that is the thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for a while. I might
Aw,
just
man.
go away for a while. Just do Patreon, just do Rumble. I don't know.
And I don't know. I understand the fact that if they want to discipline you and they don't want you doing your show on your channel, I get it. But the fact that he can't be free enough to go on any other channel and talk about this, that seemed a little heavy-handed in the enforcement area to me, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about YouTube. They are assholes. That's why we all need to get over to Rumble, because I can guarantee you none of this podcasting the type of podcasting that we're doing is long for YouTube. It's going to go away.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
Give it 2 years.
Well, I mean,
Get
that
over-
was
get over
nudity.
on Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But you know what? Everything, I bet you soon enough, there's going to be so much stuff that they're going to go back on that people have done.
I don't doubt that, Bobby Nick, based on past events. I don't doubt that at all.
They're going to go back on all this stuff, and they're going to say, hey, that's not okay anymore. We're going to take this channel down. We're going to take that channel down.
And they'll go back and they'll apply new standards to old stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly,
Bobby Nick.
exactly.
Yep. Well, that's why I'm happy to let you know that today you're watching this show right now. You can either watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Rumble, or on Facebook. That's right. There's 3 different ways to watch. So I already have a little presence on BF Live, but if you're ever over there on Rumble, if you hit a little like over there or follow, I'd certainly appreciate that too. As I'm trying to, as I do these shows, slowly build up my Rumble as well. So I've been dabbling in the Rumble for a little bit, Bobby Nick, as they say.
Yeah, and you need to be if you are a YouTube podcaster that does anything remotely
edgy.
Yeah,
edgy.
Get over to Rumble. I can guarantee you the best way to do it is to build your YouTube channel. The way we do it with the movies. We go live on YouTube and Rumble at the same time, and then we tell everybody to go over to Rumble and cut the YouTube feed after like 15-30 minutes, something like that, whatever, and then we go do our stuff that we know isn't allowed on YouTube over on Rumble.
Yeah. What do you think about all this, Scott? What's your feeling on this?
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, we seen that movie too. I'd hate to lose my channel over that freaking movie, man.
Over dumb shit. Yeah, but I thought for sure this was going to be like a Stuttering John attack, like a copyright basic. Because when I heard that he showed the movie, but then Cardiff did let us know that it had, like you said, Bobby Nick, it had more to do with the nudity. Which, yeah, I would never trust trying to put nudity on YouTube or anything. Yeah,
I don't want to fuck anyone else's channel.
Well, even I know that. I mean,
exactly.
I don't
did it
know.
on purpose or something.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, I can. Right. I mean, you're already pushing it on one level, using the content or whatever, and hoping that John don't mess with you. I would have done anything I could to mitigate any kind of potential that happened, just like this. Watch me as I click that shortcut or something. We have. Let me put my goggles on. Got some chatters checking in. I look like a big one. We have, it says, see this behaving. Let's see. I don't know much about the ins and outs of podcasting on YouTube, but some shows when I go to watch ask me to click that there is mature content. Is this something that gets set by the host or YouTube? So
it can be set by either.
Yes.
Either or. Because sometimes you'll just be you'll have done a broadcast and boom. You'll get a notification that your video is now 18 plus.
That's happened to me before, and basically, like the default thing for that viewer right there watching, the default thing, Bobby Nick, as I set my channel for, they say, is this material made for kids 18 and under? And mine is like no, as a default, like no, nothing I do is meant for kids 18 and under. So that's just like an automatic starting point for my YouTube channel, and I think most of our YouTube channels.
Does Rumble have a like button?
It does.
Yeah, they have. Yep. Oh man, Big Boss says R.I.P. Cardiff.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Cardiff. We're saying because it's been reported. He reported like it was like an hour ago. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I wasn't sure if it was a bit or what, but Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked.
Yes.
And not for the reason you think. It was Stuttering John related in that it was the movie, his movie, but it was more the nudity.
See, but yeah, the thing is, the company that did the movie, I don't think they copyrighted anything. Maybe a couple of songs, which is okay on YouTube. But yeah, the nudity is where you can go wrong. Now, if you are a bigger podcaster like Cardiff is, somebody's going to see those boobies and they're going to report it. They're going to report it.
Yeah.
It
does seem to be a selective enforcement aspect because, like you say, and many of us say, you do see some creators get away with things that other creators do not on here.
Yep.
It happens. It happens. All right, so that was it. We opened up the show. We got friends in the chat. We got friends on the screen. And maybe we should do the opening chat family check-in. There's a lot of them, so I don't know if I'll read every single one, but I'll go to the top and do the best I can and see who's checking in because it is like hundreds of them. So thanks for checking in, everybody. And I got my goggles on already. I'll roll my element. Let me know what you're up to. You having lunch? Are you hanging out? What are you doing for the next 3 hours? I hope you're hanging out right here on BF Live as we start with the opening chat family check-in. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Talk amongst yourselves and talk with me. This is BF Live, the chat family midday hang, the best midday hang on YouTube's and the Rumble and the Facebook. BF Live, I'll let you know right there is pinned as always at the top of my chat. Please utilize that. It's the Stream Elements bot with the PayPal preset donate options. And there's the Rumble version of that link. I'd like to thank my friend Buckshot Kid who checked in way early this morning and said hello. There you go. What's up, Buckshot? And I said hello right back to him. He's been okay. How about myself? Pretty good. Space Chief 75 checks in the bro, you know. Hey, Space Chief, how you doing there, brother? Twunk Squad checks in. Chunk. Oh, I am rocking. For those of you, some of you might be versed already, but I am wearing it. I like it. My Space Chief 75 OG logo right there. You can get that at his TeePublic store. There you go. I likes it. There you go. Shout out Space Chief 75. The Reverend Wild Bill says, oh shit. He knows that means it's about to go down right here on BF Live when he hears that. Good morning, the Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya, everyone, from the Reverend Wild Bill. He checks in from the ATL and he says, Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
That's right. We're doing it. Hoya Midday Freaks from Tiff Wash checking in. How you doing, Tiff Wash? Happy afternoon to you. Hello, Blocky Fran. Hey, I resemble that remark. How dare you, Wild Bill? How dare you?
You heard a friend, the blocking man.
Not true. I repeat, not true.
Just a hand. Case avocados ain't that grand. Blocking Buffalo got his brand. Laughing loud, living free. He's got the chat on lock, you see. Blocky friend. He blocks the hate, the #1 fan. BF Live, hear his plan. Blocky friend.
My plan is to hang out with you. That was a Cyke Labs joint. Hang out with you, and right after this, and after other news, feature some new, fresh Cyke Labs content. That's my plan. BSK, Buckshot Kid, getting the love from my friend Cyke. Hoya, everyone, from the one, the only,
fucking Abel?
That's right. He's here in the chat today. How you doing there, brother? The Reverend Wild Bill says Chris Abel's Hoya. Lisa checks in with the Buffalo emoji, and she says Hoya BF. And to the chat, Hoya to you, lovely Lisa. The Reverend Wild Bill getting the love from Chris Abels and Lisa. Hey, Abels from Space Chief 75. Abels getting the love from Cyke. Lisa is saying hello to Chris. Space Chief and Wild Bill from our friend Cyke. Cyke is getting the HIGH from the Reverend Wild Bill, checking in from the ATL. Cyke from Space Chief 75. Puff pass. We're pregame. Oh, we're definitely going to get into this, y'all. We're definitely going to get into this. Chris Abels saying hello to Space Chief 75. The one, the only, the lovely Sunday Jenna. She checks in. Bobby, Nick, and Scott. So, did you guys see Frog and Don do their show the other night? Producer Don and Joe. Did you happen to see it? They did a second show.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
Well, boy, do I got something to show you. So, Frog and Don, the great producers of the Shuley Network, the other day did their second show, like in the pond or whatever they're calling it, where they just hang out on air.
Yeah.
So they're getting some great love with super chat love, great community and all. Great stuff. So somebody, I don't know if it's Big Daddy Dodo or somebody super chatted in for $2, says, hey, Joe, like shave your head. And he goes, not for $2, but I'd do it for 500. And Andy goes, you would do it for 500? And Scott, the minute that he said he would shave his head for $500, I knew he made a mistake. Well, don't you know? Yeah. You know what happens in these chats. This guy, somebody named Grapes, showed up and dropped 200, and then they dropped 300, and Joe shaved his head on live podcast the other night. And I have some footage of it. And one of the coolest things about it was the lovely Sunday Jenna, Joe's wife, producer Joe's wife, came in to do the shaving, guys. And you're going to see she was rocking a BF Live shirt. Awesome
No.
shirt. Yes,
no
she
way.
was. Yes, she was. How about, well, since we're talking about it, no better time than the present. Why don't we do it? Let me find my video file, and I'll show you right here. Yes, producer Joe from Andy and Joe from the Shuley Network did their second show. Let me find where I put it, guys. Get my live folder. Boom. And what I call it.
Did you catch this, Scott? Live?
No, this makes me nervous. You guys talking about haircuts. This is the second time I've been in the last week and a half of haircuts are going around.
They are.
Let me find what folder I got it in. I'll bring it right to here. It is producer Joe. It's in the live folder.
This has got to be worth more than 500 though. Yes.
It's hair.
Here we go. All right, here we go. I got it. Producer Joe. He talked some shit, and I put in the chat right away, Scott. I'm like, I said, you just made a mistake, because we've learned on Replayables with Deadpool and all these other crazy people that don't step to them with a challenge for money to make you do something crazy, or they will step up, and here's what happened.
That's all right. There you go. We want to see this happening.
There's the lovely Sunday Jenna rocking the BF Live shirt the whole time.
Very nice.
I mean, and
we can do this every show, and each show somebody different shaves their head.
I just saw his lovely hair when we were up in Dabblecon. He tells you how much he loves his hair, but and then he went, I got product in my hair. You can't do it now. I got too much product. And then people were like, what product? What are you talking about product? They were giving him shit about product. So yeah, it took a little bit because it did have that thickness of having product in your hair. It makes you nervous, Scott, being a long hair guy, huh?
Phones in anymore, but I read some of these chats.
I like this being out in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew it. The minute he goes, no, I won't do it for 2, but I'll do it for 500. There you go. Oh, that was from early on. Big Daddy Dodo. He might have been the early instigator of this, but yes, boys.
Thank you, Big Daddy Dodo.
So I'll tell all
Someone
you.
asked earlier about moments where you're like, "This is my life." Right. You're getting to witness one of them.
Exactly.
He's going to look like a leukemia patient.
Lee.
Yeah, but that guy Grapes. It's not a chat family name that I'm familiar with, but this Grapes showed up and dropped 200 and dropped 300 because he goes, I didn't mean in the aggregate. I meant if we get one $500 super chat.
Jack Sampson, $2. Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Joe really values his hair too. Just let me know that behind the scenes, we've discussed his hair.
Product. Got product in your hair.
Well, you can tell he must because those clippers are having a hard time.
Yeah, and I kind of know what she's talking when he were talking about when they were saying it. Yeah, when you got that like stuff in your gel or anything in your hair that's dry and you try to go through it, it does kind of fight it a little bit.
Yeah.
I had too much mucho product in my hair. She says, LOL, it was difficult to cut with the product in the hair.
Yeah.
Joe,
what the fuck is that product? Oh my God. Need to oil them up first. That might have helped a little bit. You oil the blades up a little bit. That might help. 5 o'clock shadow doesn't count.
All right, you hear me? You're going bald too, right? This is phase 1.
Well,
yeah,
going bald is in like, there's definitely less hair up there than normal or used to be.
Bald usually means bald, Joe, where there's just no hair.
Right down to the bone, baby. Come on.
Telly Savalas.
Like Shuley is bald.
Bald.
Yeah.
Right.
So I haven't seen him since this, but you can see there she's going to get it
when
down.
She's done doing this. There's giant patches on my skull with no hair on them.
So Scott's dying. It's not even his hair.
He should have went with a circle beard. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The vag beard. Make it look like a vag.
I said earlier about people not
No, it's a circle beard. I'll show you later.
Okay.
Yeah,
you guys,
you gotta find that and send that to the group
All
chat.
right.
Oh, hi, Don.
So BF can show that.
Mark Abatista.
We definitely need new
Mark.
clippers,
You ever
but
make
it
it
looks
out to
good.
the
The lovely
East Coast of
Sunday,
Florida,
the
let me
barber
know.
says herself. The lovely
Yeah.
barber says, Sunday Jenna. And Jenna, we talked about this privately, and I told you I knew he made a mistake. You
I'm gonna
don't
have to clean this up after.
you don't
Exactly,
challenge this
Bill
chat.
I can't shave my
easy.
hair. It has product in it.
Oh my God!
it
I can't shave my hair. There's product in it.
What do you put in your hair?
Oh,
You talking to me?
Yeah, or Dill Dog. Anybody? Doesn't everybody put
Same
stuff in
Brian
their hair?
Kowalczyk.
Bill Dog, yeah. I don't have hair. I wish I
I
did.
soak mine in breast milk.
But it was funny because he was almost trying to weasel his way out of it. He's like, well, no, maybe we'll do it on another show. We'll do it on the BS show or something like that. And so he was like asking, like, he said, you don't really want it today, do you? And
Well,
sure
yeah, I
enough,
mean,
he piped up. He's like, oh yeah, we're doing this shit.
$500.
We're doing this shit
What am I
now.
supposed to do?
Really?
Yeah, no, we told him.
Everybody.
Never.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second.
with how long his hair is, that should have been gone a while ago. You can tell.
Everybody
Those
puts
clippers
stuff in
definitely
their
have
hair,
a
Alex.
Yeah, it was fighting. I could tell when she was doing it. I knew
Not now,
exactly
Jenna.
what's going on because those clippers just kind of
to.
seize up and
Oh,
go
yeah,
a little
yeah.
slower. Yeah.
They aren't going through.
Shave that Italian mane. Thank you,
Joe
Jack
puts goat
Sampson.
oil in
Yep,
his
you
hair.
got one.
Nah,
Yeah.
he doesn't
This
do
one
that.
too.
Nah.
Yep.
That was funny.
Put that one up. I want.
How much
I like how he only
sorry, buddy.
he says he
Can we
only
do
gets
this
grief
one
like out of
tattoo?
us in the chat and the airport
but,
security
I want to use that one, yeah.
for looking like a terrorist.
Yeah.
$50. How much for a John tattoo on your thigh or chest?
It would be expensive.
Great
I'm
question.
a master
It would be
barber
expensive.
stylist.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Mandy Diff, how you doing, girl?
Something you
Thank
could
you.
cover
You
up
were having fun
later,
with us from
somehow work
Replayables
out
last night,
artistically,
being
like
very
change
generous. And yeah,
John
so
face,
hopefully this helps you catch up with Joe and them.
Monroe,
Yeah. Joe and Andy did their show,
Happy.
and Joe ran his mouth.
Dodo.
Big Daddy Dodo.
Hoya, everyone, from the
Oh,
lovely,
hanging.
from Blummel's defense lawyer, I should
Oh,
say.
hey, Jenna.
Blummel's defense
Hoya.
lawyer, Hoya.
See, look at that look. It's you, brother.
Abel's make that asshole
Did
iguana
I?
drinks
Call her mommy?
liquor
It's
when
a
you
common
find
thing in
out who it
Florida.
is and get him on the show.
Is it really?
Yeah, the Cubans and Puerto Ricans all call their women mommy.
Right.
That is
Is that how
key,
you kinda
Chunk. You
took
got to have a
the
good
y'all,
skull.
too? They
You got to have a
Yeah,
good skull to
exactly.
rock a shaved head. I agree with
there
that.
for so long. It just-
Because brothers look cool, and some guys with good shaped heads, they look cool. But then there's some white guys that look like they affected
shade
and
of hair for
defective and
his
shit.
birthday.
Came out sideways at their mom or something.
Thank you for the 13 months, the Astro Creeper.
Excellent. You want me to do the chats? Are you a little busy over there? Or?
No, yeah, go ahead.
You all right? Okay. John Skimpy Halloween hand. Oh, that hand.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I thought this was such a cool, just a kind of spontaneous
Jenna,
podcast
everyone-
moment. I love that it involved cool ass friends of mine like Joe and Jenna, and then to double down on all of it, the cherry on top was that she was rocking the BF Live shirt because I know everybody's going to be looking in on this clip going, well, Joe, what the fuck did you do? And they're going to say, well, you got that nice BF Live shirt on there. I wonder what BF Live is.
Allahu Akbar.
Beautiful. There you go.
I pulled this myself also, Cyke, but I did see yours as well, buddy. But I had mine already, but thank you. I have some other good Cyke content I'm going to be showing you right after this.
Joe, you can.
Maybe I'll keep it like this. What do you think?
And look, and so I will add on to
Yeah,
what
like
kind of
just that
Cyke
crop
is
on
saying
top.
real quick, because shout out Cyke Labs. I love bragging and boasting about Cyke Labs. Matter of fact, the links still be running in my chat. I've been trying to clean up my links a little bit though. But yes, I love Cyke Labs. They're my peoples. This is the official home of Cyke Labs. But the clipping you saw, I will expand on what you said, buddy. He also went in on Vince the lawyer, guys. Like Joe, because Vince the lawyer was in there like under a fake ESO name trying to make cracks and stuff. And Joe was like, yeah, it's why we all know you got demonetized and all that shit. And he kind of really went in on him. So if you want to see like that kind of whole complete kind of report to where, because I don't want to spend the whole time showing you 15, 25-minute whole clips on here, but I will direct you to Cyke Labs on YouTube at your leisure. And he has a clip on there that kind of features all of this kind of, because it all kind of went down almost back to each other. It was like Joe was doing this and then he was coming in, Vince was coming in, and then Joe was responding to it. So he has a more comprehensive clip on Cyke Labs. The Stream Elements bots like running the T Public store for my friend Space Chief 75. Space Chief 75, who that is? Space Chief 75. I'll tell you who it is. I will tell you who that is. tpublic.com, user Space Chief Designs. Space G75, the Terry Knee joint. There you go. You saw his link. Space G75. All right. There you go. We're doing that. Thank you, Terry Knee, for that joint, for that jam. Shame on me, Blocky Fran. How dare you? How dare you? You treat me too good. I got so much content there, buddy. Let's see. I got to do a whole Cyke show. Let me see. Mr. Crow says, I don't think Scott is willing to give it up, Tiff. Yeah, Scott gets a little touchy when you talk about his hair, man. He's got a good set right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm at that age where it's starting to thin just a little bit. I'm at that age where this might be my last hurrah.
Might be your last hurrah, and you're making the most of it.
Right,
There you go,
yeah.
brother.
I mean, you Scott, you were bald for what did you say, like 20 years?
Yeah, or more. I kept my head pretty well to the skin.
Yeah, you said most of your younger life, but ever since we've known you, you said the COVID thing, you let it grow out. So that's what I know of you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Cool. The lovely Donna G. I saw you checked in earlier. How you doing, Donna G? What a trooper, Jenna. Back. Afternoon, Tiffany from Big Boss. Thanks, Donna from the lovely Sunday Jenna. Joe went almost scorched earth on him. Yeah, he did. He did. And I think that's kind of why initially Shuley was trying to restrain Joe, because I think he would probably want to do that all the time and go in on all his people. But it was timely because Vince was kind of poking the bear, if you will. So it was called for. Nice job, Jenna and Joe. Cyke, Jenna, did he post the deed on Reddit? Oh yeah. So yeah, he was they even got down to because Vince was on there talking about, yeah, my wife is in one of our many rental properties, and Joe was like, yeah, by yourself without you, dumbass, because she don't want to be anywhere like talking about separation and all that shit. It got wild. You're welcome, Space Chief 75. Vince was a locker dweller in school and not by choice, says Terry Ning. Is Scott doing dreads? The Reverend Wild Bill would like to know.
No, but
No, they're not.
BF. If you look in the group chat, there is a wonderful photo of Scott from when was this, Scott?
This would be right before I growed the hair. I did a series. I don't know where my other pictures, but I did a series of weird, different haircuts.
All right.
This is called a circle beard.
Okay, I think.
Beard,
Okay, I want to say a local DJ probably did something similar to this. Little. There you go. Yeah. And I think, bro, the DJ that around here, he did even less. He even made it like the strip, like only like 1 or 2 inches wide, like all the way up, like no peak to the hair. But look at this. If you can't see it, that is a younger Scott Fitzpatrick with the circle beard. Basically, he has a ring of hair that basically is even with the circumference of his beard, even on the top of his skull, all the way around, like a vagina head or something like that, a ring head, and the whole back of it is like buzzed down to the skull. So that's our boy Scott, man. Scott! Thanks for sharing that, Bobby Nick. There you go. Back at our boy Scott. Sick Design, Spacey 75, tried to collab with Exhumed Visions TWU. There you go. Sorry, I don't know. Cyke, what was that about? Oh, yeah, I think don't know about that. Yeah, because he was like, I'll post the deeds to your house. And then Vince acting like he wasn't Vince, telling him to go post the deeds. Just curious. Me too, Cyke. I'm not a bad person. My father went bald at 18. That's really young, bro. And you're seeing that a lot out of these younger generation nowadays where these kids are like bald in their mid 20s before they're 30. Me either, Jenna. All fun. Rob Zombie mode. Yep. Big Boss says. Agreed, Cyke. LOL. Wow, I remember this picture. It's more embarrassing than a graduation photo, says the Big Boss. Stacey Allen checks in.
Stacey Allen.
The lovely Stacey Allen. Whoop. There it is. And she says, that's quite a look. That's quite a look. You must have took. Like an Eskimo. Come on, like, share, and subscribe. BF Live. It's the midday hang. We're almost finished up hour number 1 of 3 hours of live content for you and hanging out. I will have a full head of hair growing after my demise. Okay. The Mr. Crow says, baldness is one issue I don't think I'll have to worry about. No baldness on either side of the family. Knock on glass. You never know. All right, well, I hope that works out for you, Mr. Crow. Hey, Bobby. We'll both take that one, I think. Come on. Hey, Bobby Nick.
How you doing?
No. Both sounds. Let's see. Block your friend, block your friend. I resemble that remark. Okay, now, guys. Well, why don't we get on to the other news and some other fun stuff right here for now? But that was today's version of the BF Live opening chat family check-in with a little news and fun and Joe content and all kind of breaking news mixed in.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Amongst yourself, talk with me. This is BF Live 136, the most fun midday hang on all of the YouTubes, and I'm glad you all are part of it. All right, why don't I run the element? I do have some news we can talk about and some other stories. So why don't I jump into my new studio? I'll run my element, and we will do the BF Live other news or the BF Live not so serious news right now. Oh, hey, everybody. I'm over here now.
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I got the chat family with me. I got my friend Bobby Nick Havens and Scott Fitzpatrick, and I'm ready to do the BF Live other news or not so serious news today. This is kind of a quirky story in the BF Live other news or not so serious news. This headline goes as follows. California bubble entertainer cited for fluid littering, guys. All right. You want to take a minute and process that one? Fluid. Oh, he deals with bubbles and it's fluid littering. That's right.
That doesn't sound good, but I mean, I hope.
Ooh. Ah, you have a whole other thing in mind. Well,
Yeah.
maybe if it was what you're thinking about, a gross kind of fluid littering, I could see. But let's read the story and see what everybody thinks about this one.
Yeah.
It says, a California Navy veteran who makes a living entertaining kids with giant bubbles is facing a court date after receiving a citation for what the city of San Diego calls fluid littering. Sandy Snakenberg, aka the Bubble Pirate, got decked out in his pirate costume on Saturday and set up his bubble-making show at a favorite spot to perform, La Jolla or La Jolla Cove in San Diego. La Jolla, La Jolla. Around sundown, a crowd of delighted young spectators had gathered to watch the 63-year-old create and release large iridescent bubbles into the air. That's when a park ranger came by, wrote him up, and issued him a ticket for violating San Diego's municipal code against littering. That's what they put on the ticket, Snakenberg told KTVU. I asked them to stipulate bubbles, and he refused to stipulate that it was bubbles. The ticket mandates that Snakenberg appear in court in October. In a statement, a city spokesperson explained why the citation was issued. The city of San Diego values the rights of community members to engage in expressive activities in city parks, including artistic expression. The statement read, this does require those engaging in these activities to do so in accordance with the city codes and other regulations, including those related to littering and the disposal of waste. Now, it goes on to say, Supervising Public Information Officer Benny Cartwright went on to say that Snakenberg was alerted and warned multiple times, before the citation was issued. And Cartwright also said that Snakenberg uses a lot of bubbles. It says he uses up to 6 gallons of bubbles a day, guys. And what they're getting him for, what they're really getting him for, is that he's saying that there's the citation right there. They're saying it actually there's some of the big bubbles that he produces for the kids. So it seems harmless enough on the surface, but what the city is now claiming, and the Rangers said they only responded after park complaints, and they're saying that it's killing the grass. They believe the chemicals. So this is at the root of the fluid littering. What do you think? You think this is like too much nitpicking, Scott? What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, everybody grew up with bubbles and blowing bubbles and stuff.
It's bubbles, man.
We made it this far. Yeah, we made it this far with bubbles.
Yeah. And that's how I was at first. Everybody on the surface, you're like, it's harmless, which I believe it is. But then when they get to talking about 6 gallons and burning the grass, I can say, okay, well, at least it's plausible. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, like this guy says, these kids like trample and frolic on the grass. Other people, it's not just the bubbles that's killing the grass. So that was kind of his counter argument. But they are quite sizable bubbles. But yeah, I guess that's how we live. Fluid littering. Never quite heard of fluid littering before.
I thought it was going to be a story of semen terrorism or something.
Ooh, yeah, and then I think Bobby Nick he might have been thinking that too, or like,
yeah,
or thinking. I don't think you were thinking about piss, Bobby Nick, or something like that. I didn't know what you were thinking. But
all different kinds of bodily fluids.
All the above. You never thought it would be bubble fluid littering.
Right.
Brian Kowalczyk says Stacy likes some musical and rugged. I never had a chance. Hello. Like the musical and rugged. Is that a thing? Is that a combination?
Hello, Frisco.
Blocky Fran is my favorite song I've made so far. You heard of Fran the Blocking Man. Brian Kowalczyk, question mark, says Stacey Allen. Cyke says, isn't it just soap and water? Yeah, and he even goes on in the article to say that he kind of makes his own special mixes to try to make sure that they're a little more safe. It's not just like factory, just kind of whatever kind of bubble he claims too. So
right. I don't see a problem.
This reminds me of, like weddings, how they used to throw rice and now they changed it to bird seed because the rice is supposed to
choking
kill
the bird or something. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, does that mean where rice is grown in China or wherever, do they not have birds?
Good point, Scott. Excellent point, brother.
Thank you.
Do Chinese people have birds? We want to know. Scott wants to know. Great point there, Scott. Mr. Crow says, the soap will biodegrade and the water will evaporate. Folk off San Diego. Chunks Quad Section says, nice job, California. Bubbles bad, crap in the street. Bubbles bad, crap in the street. Homeless people are fine, though. There you go. That's right. They walk right past the people shitting between cars and in the street and get Mr. Bubble Guy in the park. Dang Lizard says it's similar to the graffiti artist that just used a sponge and a bucket of water to draw the smog deposits in the tunnels. Yeah. We've even did a story about there's some people that do pressure washer art there's some people that kind of work with the existing messes to try to beautify the messes. So there's all different kinds of stuff. Facts Chunk, says our friend Cyke. John fluid litters every time he talks. You make a good point about that. Haha, Space Chief from our friend Cyke. Space Chief is laughing about that one. Chunk says the bubbles are bothering the homeless people trying to shoot up in peace. That's right.
Exactly,
See?
Chunk.
I know. Seeing that's when you get into like the silliness of the selective enforcement. Like you said, they're walking past those things and going to Bubble Guy. So that is another kind of side of this story that I kind of wanted to bring to light in my BF Live first story in the BF Live not so serious news or the other news. Let's continue now. In my second story, that one disappeared actually. Let me see. Put that one away. There was a story. There was multiple stories that were the same, but I didn't cover that one. All right, we'll go on to this one. This one, here we go. All right. It says, in my second story that I have for you, in the BF Live, not so serious news. This is a funny one. Florida team's bat dog to keep her job despite her messy debut. Well, let's see what this messy debut is all about. A bat dog. So rather than have a bat boy, they have a bat dog. It says a minor league baseball team in Florida introduced its new bat dog to the public, but the canine ended up being less interested in the game than she was in doing her business. That's right. You can see where this is going. Lucy May, a 10-month-old Labrador retriever, was introduced by Philadelphia Phillies single A affiliate team, the Clearwater Threshers, during their game against the Dunedin Blue Jays. But her debut had a few hiccups as well as other bodily functions. Lucy, whose older sister Layla retired as the team's bat dog earlier this year, ran out of the Threshers' dugout during the third inning and instead of retrieving a drop bat, ran into the opposing team's dugout. The dog then seemed to get a case of the zoomies and made her way to the infield, where she earned the cheers from the crowd by pooping near the pitcher's mound. She dropped one. EDV. I think the word from my fiance I used was mortified. Dominic Repper, the team's promotions and game entertaining manager, rushed into action to clean up Lucy's mess. They said we had kind of had a feeling that something special would happen with her and that it would be a fun event, but I don't think we could have ever imagined that it would taken it to that level, Repper said. The canine's unusual debut went viral on social media, leading the team to respond, even though she doesn't have it quite right, she is 1,000% keeping her job. All right, so now I have the actual video. I'll show you right here from Twitter X. This is it going down. You get to see it as it happened. She's supposed to be out there just getting the bat. They must have held her back too long. Like, I got shit. They finally let me loose. I'm going shit. See? Looking for a spot. Nope. But it'd been funny if it would have went in the opposing team's dugout and dropped one, Scott.
Yeah.
I thought that's where this was going at first.
Yeah. They trained him to do that.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Drop it like it's hot. Yeah! He went logging. This dog was just doing his thing.
He looks like he's got this cramps.
He's got it, right? Think he's got it under control, right? Keep watching. Watch this. Oh. This guy was determined, but that dog said, no, fuck you. I'm going, bitch. He went out again, Scott.
Oh,
he put that bat right. Yeah. It's a good boy. Oh, you good boy. There you go, and that's it. So that's a fun story. That's a fun one, man. There you go. When you sit at those games, like, wouldn't it be funny if the dog just popped a squat like in the middle of the field right now? And there you go, that dog delivered. That's confidence, says Brian Kowalczyk. LOL, the dog probably just got scared and needed to shit. That's right. That's what it looked like from the get, Big Boss. It looked like as soon as he let that dog off the leash, he's like, oh, thank God, I need to shit. So, yeah, maybe he kind of messed up with the timing of doing his work. It's a good boy, Terry, he said. It's a good boy. It's a good boy. What are you grounding me for? I didn't shit on the field. It's a good boy. How you doing? Let me show you this real quick. All right. So, I think we talk about movies sometimes here, Bobby Nick. You know they're making that whole Beetlejuice remake, like Beetlejuice 2024, right? That's coming out soon.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Are you looking forward to that?
I'm kind of scared. I don't know. Like,
kind of. Yeah.
It's one of those, I guess, legacy things that
Mhm.
that is. It could be hit or miss. You never know. Like it could be so awesome that it's like great and nostalgic, or it might be like
Yeah. So you're scared of it, and I get that, but I understand that Tim Burton is involved, so I think that's going to go a long way in helping the continuity and making sure that the story is proper and it's in the proper hands. I see that. Well, I think Winona Ryder's coming back for it. Of course, Michael Keaton's coming back for it. I think Catherine O'Hara is coming back for it. There's a couple people that I've seen, but they're getting into the promotion mode and promoting it, and so I found this funny promotion on here. I'll probably go see it at some point, and I'll come back and do the BF Live unasked for movie review. But until then, I want to show you this. This is a little something they're doing to promote the upcoming, basically a new version, new take of Beetlejuice 2024. Here's a promotion, guys. Check this out. That's right. They did like a little Hot Ones. It's called Not Ones. Look at that. They're doing a little kind of parody promotion here of Hot Ones.
Well, hi. First of all, welcome to the show. How long is this going to take? I got to get to the spa. Wow. Okay. Who are some of your influences? Well, Napoleon was a pal. Bieber, of course, for obvious reasons.
Bieber? Oh, that goes with Shawnee's.
Caligula was a wild man. I gotta say that. You got a little. Yeah. What are you here? Yeah, never mind.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Let's up the ante.
Juices, loose hot sauce.
You've been haunting this metaphysical astral plane for over 600 years. You ever allowed yourself to?
Who, me?
Contemplate the infinite nature of time.
Nope. Wrong Beetlejuice. Yeah.
How are the ribs, by the way? Seems eerily reminiscent of a guy I ate in Seattle.
A guy I ate in Seattle?
You sure you're okay? Yep. Because...
Oh, damn.
I got a question for you. Who the hell are you?
September 6th, coming up with Labor Day. Awesome. There you go. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm definitely like you, Bobby Nick. I will be watching it, hoping that they don't ruin it. That they,
Yeah.
But I mean, Michael Keaton, you got to say that Beetlejuice thing, wasn't much of a thing. I think much like Jim Carrey, Michael Keaton figured out how to make something out of that Beetlejuice character and really made him what it is on the screen. I really think for Michael Keaton, very good job with that. Being a young actor, and now all these years later, he's going to do it again.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. No matter what, it'll be interesting.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of will and taste. Thank you, Tyranny, for the random Rolling Stones. Killed off Jeffrey Jones, says our friend C-Mox. What's good, C-Mox? I don't know how many of those people are still alive or not, C-Mox, but thanks for checking in, man. I'm looking forward to the kind of the new Beetlejuice and all. Even though it's kind of a kitschy kind of horror, that's kind of right down my lane, Bobby Nick. I don't like that. I'm not so much of horror guys and you and Scott are, but that's kind of that's right down my lane, as they say, up my alley.
Yeah, that's about the lightest I got in horror. But
yeah, I like fun. I like the fun aspect of with the horror and all.
Yeah,
that's my take on it. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. I was kind of surprised to see them rather than do Hot Ones. They somebody chose to do like a parody of Hot Ones as like a self promotion or something like that.
Yeah.
I think the only other kind. Go ahead.
Definitely clever.
Yeah, it was. I was kind of surprised by that. The only other kind of take I've seen on Hot Ones was when they did it on Saturday Night Live a couple months ago. They did do that. But there you go. Whoa, Brian Kowalczyk checks in and says, I want another Keaton Batman movie. Legit Dark Knight Returns. That wouldn't be bad because I think in the full circle of all the Batmans now, I think that, all right, well, Keaton is one of the better Batmans. I'm not a Clooney Batman guy. I like Keaton Batman. Do you, Bobby Nick, do you have a Batman preference actor?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I do like it. I think it's like truest to the what we know of the comic book or what
Right.
at least in my estimation. Scott, do you have an opinion on this one way or the other? Are you a Batman, Michael Keaton, or give a shit who plays him?
I don't watch children movies.
Hi-oh. There you go. Hi, I'm Batman. This is
Okay,
Batman.
well, what about Beetlejuice? Did you watch Beetlejuice?
But that Batman, I would have said Clooney though.
But I do remember at the time knowing Keaton for like doing more lighthearted movies and Beetlejuice, wondering if he was going to be a good fit at the time. But I will say, in retrospect, he is one of maybe my favorite.
I remember that too. Yeah, I was like, why is this guy playing Batman?
Yep. I remember feeling that way,
Yeah,
Bob and Nick. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is this? But now, thank you. But in hindsight, I must say he's probably one of the better ones. There you go. There it's right in there. Please support our friend Cardiff Electric. I do like Cardiff's been on my show a couple times. He's always been great and engaging when I met him in person. Great dude, and I'm willing to help him. There's his link running for now Rumble in my chat right now. So if you can go help him, I think he just said he had 30 when he started that stream this morning. I think it was like up to 67 last I looked. So Cardiff Electric, he's his own entity, but I just want everybody to know where he's at. As soon as people know, they'll be drawn like flies to a light. But check him out there over on Rumble now, Cardiff Electric. Michael Keaton is the best live action. Kevin Conroy has the best voice. Says our friend Gaseous. Thanks for checking in, Gaseous. There you go. All right. So there you go. How about if I wrap up the news and let's get on some brand new, fresh Cyke content. But I hope you enjoyed that. That was what I called the BF Live, not so serious news. BF Live, other news or not so serious news. That's right, everybody. That was the news. You are watching BF Live Stream Show 136. 3 hours of original content, Monday through Friday, brought to you 12 to 3-ish East. Like, share, and subscribe, BF Live, and thanks for being here today. Terry Nee reminds us of Mr. Mom. Right, so Bobby Nick, we had Mr. Mom and things of this nature in our mind when we find out that Michael Keaton is going to be the new Batman.
Yeah, it was like, what? No, this can't. This
Yeah.
can't be done.
But Arnold is Mr. Freeze. He was the best Mr. Freeze, Arnold. Danny DeVito, the best Penguin, in my estimation.
Yeah.
Those are mine. Of course, Two-Face with Jack Nicholson. That was some good shit. Mr. Mom, yeah. So coming off Mr. Mom and stuff like that, we had to accept Michael Keaton as Batman. I'm Batman. All right. Well, we are 7 minutes into hour number 2 of 3 hours of BF Live right here. So why don't we go into the next thing I have planned for you? And let's do it and let's get into it. I am honored to be the home of Cyke Labs Content. Cyke Labs always gives me first dibs on all his cool-ass content. So I like to go back here. Let me pull up my Cyke Labs Content folder right here. Yes, I do have one of those. And let's look at the last two. I like to look at the one before. And he won the due, so let me make sure I got him in the proper order here. I didn't. I don't have him in proper order, but now I do now. Let me see. All right, so I'm going to show you the new Cyke Labs content. This is one that he made a day or two ago. Shout out, everybody. I was off yesterday for a personal thing, but I'm back today on Thursday. And Cyke Labs, he was still working. He didn't take the day off. He was busy with some fresh Cyke Labs content like this one. And he's always mixing the people from our podcast and creator world. And this is a good one. Today I have for you from Cyke Labs, Aaron Imholt as Perry Caravello. Here's the kind of mix we've never seen before. The old Aaron, Mr. Mr. Steel Toe and Perry Caravello. Two things like that, not quite mixed together. Let's see how that goes. Never seen mixed.
Don't make a face like that because you're off fucking. Cyke's my friend.
My name is Perry Frank Caravello.
Look at that shit. Got him behind the glasses. Let's see.
I have a statement for $5. Thanks for the $5, but this statement is probably wrong and not allowed in my home. Okay, I'm going to read this statement and then I'm going to tell you my remarks. It says, I avoid snow. I love the snow. I tolerate humility well.
Humility?
I have problems with being I have humongous problems with humidity due to 3 neck surgeries. And then it says, I love Dave's hot chicken with all my heart and belly. No, I can't stand Dave's hot chicken.
You love it,
'cause
Aaron.
Dave's hot chicken fucks with my esophagus. Now it also says Tony Hawk is always allowed. Well, if Tony Hawk would come over, he's always allowed. This fake punk kid that calls himself Tony Hawk is no longer allowed here. No fucking way possible. He's not the real Tony Hawk. He's not allowed here again. I am done with it bullshit. Done.
Perry, are you done? She got a delivery at the door.
There you go. There's my first peek of Cyke Labs content. Aaron Caravello, if you will. Perry Imholt, whatever you want to call it. There's a great fun mix right there from our friends from Cyke Labs. So you say, all right, well, that's a good one, BF. But come on, man. It can't be another one, right? Oh, yeah, no, come on. You're talking about Cyke Labs here. You're talking about Cyke Labs and Ding Dong is what we're talking about here. A great couple. So a lot of people that have followed these shows and all, we kind of know that Joey C did a mushroom stream at some point. But then I guess Cyke Labs was really thinking. You can see that the mushroom is part of his Cyke Labs logo, and you can follow Cyke Labs on YouTube. Right there, it's part of it. This is Cyke's take on Bobby C. Bob Levy as Joey C on the Shroom stream. Let's see how this went.
Yeah, Sykes is not gonna be the greatest guy in the world in the house, Sykes.
221? Yeah, way more than that. I believe you're way more than that.
Whoa, Bobby C. Whoa, look behind me. Whoa, look behind me. It's Bobby C. What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't do it. Cyke Labs did it.
Like 321. You're about 100 off, Miss Kitty. You thought about memberships you gifted. You're way over 300. Way over 300. You might even could go to 400. You know what I mean? We're at 1,000, so I'm pretty sure 400 are only yours. Yeah, kid, look at that. Yeah, you see? I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that, man. You know? Nobody never. You know, somebody made a comment in Ray's chat room today. If Joey C's got 1,000 membership, surely must have 50,000. He probably does. He deserves it.
This is one of them ones where it's almost too good. You don't know who you're looking at. You know, it's like it's Bob, it's Joey. You're hearing both voices. You're seeing both faces. It's crazy.
Man. He's the man with class. My best friend, Schleger. I love him to death. I love the guys that clip, like by Los Angeles, Citizen M, all the people that clip. Sykes, great videos he makes with the stuttering idiot, stuttering chicken, whatever you want to call him. You know, toast. Give me some toast, John. I'm a toast. Thanks for toast. Let me say, this is a toast. Give some toast, John. Right there. Toast. But no, that's right here, John. Right there. John, I don't do nothing without money. Melendez. Hi, everybody. I'm stuttering with John. Banana Man. No Banana Man here. Banana Man.
Yeah. Banana Man. Yeah, that's Wendy. Banana Man mentioned.
Banana Man not there. Tonight, you're dead, Miss Kitty. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, my God. Okay. I'm way behind, dear. Sorry. Hell, excuse me. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm sweating now. But you're supposed to sweat like this? Feel like I'm coming out of my skin, right? What's wrong with you, man? I'm sweating. Excuse me, man. Got hot in here all of a sudden, man. Oh, you're supposed to sweat like this. Ooh. I'm sorry. Let me get to the business here. Miss Kitty, a wonderful, wonderful,
Fat
wonderful,
Bob
person.
in a
Gifted 5
little
Catalano
shirt.
memberships. Thank you, Miss Kitty. Big shout out to Miss Kitty. And we're gonna go through all this, and then I'm gonna meow, meow. And then a 5 gifted membership by Miss Kitty. Everybody needs to give her a round of applause. She's gifting you guys membership.
Round of applause.
She's bringing love together. She's the best. And when Deadpool's over here, that man is a gem. She's the queen. He's the prince. It's unbelievable the love that these 2 people are showing. I'm so grateful and happy. You know, and I dedicate tonight's stream to our sponsor, to Miss Kitty, and to Deadpool.
And there you go. There is the latest and greatest Cyke Labs content. Let me stop.
Very
what
nice.
else is going on my screen? Cyke Labs content right here on BF Live. I'm the proud home of Cyke Labs content. I'm so glad I get first dibs at all those. So there you go. He says, this was a pure accident. I meant to do Bob's voice and clicked my wrong voice clone. So I tried it. I love it. We talked about those kind of happy mistakes and everything, man. I like that. So let's see what else we got here. Yeah, so we got the Aaron thing. That was a great one too. Aaron is Perry. So there you go, Cyke Labs. Check out Cyke Labs on YouTube if you want to watch that and other cool stuff at your leisure anytime you want to. April has a new wait a minute. Yes, I did see some of that, I guess. Wait a minute, we got breaking news. That's right. For those of us who are joining us in the second hour, Blummel's defense lawyer says, oh no, they nuked the potato.
Yeah.
That's right, everybody. For those who are waking up, just jumping into podcasts or just rubbing the sleep out of your eyes. If you don't know it yet, as of this morning, like 11 a.m. East Coast time this morning, Cardiff Electric's channel was nuked. Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. That's right. And it was related to Stuttering John, but it wasn't for the reasons you might think. It had more to do with some nudity and when they were showing that movie last night. So yes, for breaking news, joining us in the second hour, Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked, and he will be on Rumble now, and you will see Cardiff Electric's link running in my chat currently right now. So go ahead and let everybody know that our friend Cardiff Electric is now on YouTube, now on Rumble, because Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. All right, okay, enough echo. Okay, back to our regular programming. All right. So everybody's talking about here. Eventually, Rumble will be the only place to go anyway, so maybe it's for the best, said our friend Rumble.
That's what I say.
Cyke says,
then again, you know what, Bobby friend?
Yes, my friend.
You kind of got to worry. It's like, will Rumble stay that way, though? You know?
Well, and you make a very good point, Bobby, Nick, because I think once corporate money gets involved and investors, and if it gets traded or something, when the dynamics change, yes, I agree with that. That it might not be the place forever. It might very well change. It might fall into the same habits that that YouTube has done.
I'm scared.
No, don't get scared again, Scott. We'll protect you, buddy. Blumler says he's a resourceful spud. Yeah, he's got a great community, great following. I like to consider myself one of his podcast friends, so that's why I threw his link in there and kind of spreading the news. I'm having a little fun with it, but you're going to find out one way or the other. But it did just happen about 11 o'clock East. He went live on Rumble to let all of us know that his YouTube channel did in fact get nuked. So I guess he's peeling it, but I guess he's lost access to all those memberships, all of the super chat ability and all that stuff. So go over and find
his archive of shows.
His archive, the views and all, if whether they restore his channel or not remains to be seen. He said he didn't have a lot of faith in this appeals process. I believe he said that he might have some of his stuff that maybe he can repost later at some point. So it might be like a rebuilding thing. So help out our boy Cardiff Electric and let everybody know the breaking news that Cardiff Electric, no longer on YouTube, can now be found on Rumble. Scott Fitzpatrick says maybe one day Cyke could swap heads on BF, Bobby, Nick, and myself. I like that, Scott. That's the thinking man right here.
Yeah.
There you go. Cardiff Electric now on Rumble, and there's his link running in my chat for the whole show. Eventually, we've got that one. I definitely can, Scott. It's harder on smaller boxes when y'all are on a triple box, but I will try it. Mr. Crow says, nuked potato, no! That's right, Mr. Crow. For anybody joining us late and kind of jumping into BF Live, if this is your first show today or your first notice of it, that is right. Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. for playing one too many. Is it few too many or one too many? One too many, right?
One too many, yeah.
One too many. I got a few good men mixed up with it for a minute, but that's a good movie. But yes, because they showed John's one too many, and it wasn't John or a copyright thing. It was apparently some nudity sneaked out, from what I understand from Cardiff Electric himself, from his Rumble today on YouTube. He did like a 20-minute Rumble. You can find Cardiff on Rumble now. SJ going to eat this shit up, and man, Cardiff did indicate as much. He's like, I know John's going to have a field day with this and all, but maybe there'll be some solace in the fact that it wasn't John John's doing. He'll still be happy that he's not able to make money anymore. But yeah, John can't necessarily take direct credit for getting him kicked off or direct copyright strike. Blummel says, Cyke, I can't listen to him gloat about this. I'm going to have a stroke. LOL. I feel that, Blummels. Yeah, I mean, there is always crazy stuff popping off on the whole that Aaron. And then, yes, I saw that they were showing that April she got arraignment, like an online arraignment. Did you guys see any of that?
No.
No.
I didn't.
Wow, you didn't see it? Whoa, let me pull this up for you. I should have. There's so much content out here to say. Let me find the clip I saw this morning. Yes, April Imholt had to face arraignment for all of the stuff going on with ever connected with the whole Nick Rekieta thing and Aaron and all that stuff. Let me find. God damn, I look up. Let me see. Son of a bitch. I don't hear.
What's arraignment mean? Real? I don't really know what it means.
It's basically a presentation of the charges and a formal kind of letting you know. That's more or less that's what it is there, Scott.
I was thinking I'd heard she got the charges were dropped on her at the beginning. Maybe I remember wrong.
I don't know about drop, but here we go. Okay, so this is Doom clipped, I believe, win by 2. Yes, Doom. Our friend Doom, shout out Doom. Doom is an eminent. As Bob Levy says, Doom is an eminent. Shout out Doom. He is the provider of this clip. He clipped Win by 2, who was covering April Imholt's court appearance based left from the leftovers from all of that stuff when the cops raided the house and the kids were found there in a dire way and all. So let's watch a little bit of that now for those who care about this. Little Dabbleverse idiots, I like to call this segment. Dabbleverse idiots. Here we go. Check this out. April Imholt, her actual. This is a zoom in arrangement.
Oh, no, she's terrible.
34 CR 24487 State versus April Imholt.
You know you're in trouble when this your judge.
Note the appearance of Thomas Gallagher, attorney with and on behalf of the defendant April Imholt. Kristen Pierce,
She's in
county
next
attorney,
studio.
appears on behalf of the state. This is
Yeah.
arraignment. Ms. Imholt, you're charged with 1 count of possession of controlled substance, a felony violation of Minnesota statute section 152.025, subdivision 2, paragraph 1, and subdivision 4, paragraph B. Maximum penalty 5 years imprisonment, a $10,000 fine, or both.
It's for cocaine possession.
Ms. Imholt, you have the right to remain silent and not submit to police interrogation. Anything you say may be used against you in this or any subsequent
I
proceeding.
don't disagree with that one,
You have
Blumels.
the right to counsel in all proceedings, including police lineups and interrogations. You have the right to be
That's grainy.
represented
The
by an
shots get
attorney of
better,
your
but
own
she was
choosing at your own
looking pretty
expense.
good.
However,
A
if you
drug-free April,
demonstrate
looking good.
Indigence, then attorney will be appointed
You're
at
right,
public
C-Mox.
expense. You have the right to communicate with defense counsel, and a continuance will be granted if necessary.
And we always kind of assumed, from the picture that was being painted for us, that a lot of this stuff was going on, and we know that Aaron was involved on some level. My biggest problem with all this is that Aaron acting like because he got kicked out of the Cool Kids Club, that they're all the assholes that were doing all the bad shit, and I'm the saint. I am rise above all, and I don't buy that shit. He went over there. He participated in shit. He took his kids over in that environment. He knew. But let's watch more of this.
Necessary to permit this. You have the right to a trial before the court or a jury. Mr. Gallagher has submitted a certificate of representation. Mr. Gallagher, you've also submitted a motion to dismiss.
No doubt, Aaron, and the first, no
And
doubt,
that's your
C-Mox,
motion.
and the first wife.
Your Honor, when I looked at the complaint, I'm asking the court to dismiss.
This is her lawyer trying to get them to dismiss the charges, and he's going to give you the basis as why.
The complaint.
And I agree with Cyke.
today
Win by
based
2 is
on-
annoying. He does like entire shows just dragging and trolling people that actually do content. I say stuff like this, like we're doing now, it's a segment. It's not an entire show. So really, guys that just do like these kind of like trolling kind of shows, that's his grift. But whatever suits you.
Rule 17.06, subdivision 2, paren 2, paren D, and subdivision 3. And as outlined in that rule and in the comment to that rule.
But boy, I watched this earlier, and you see Fear. She looks like she's swallowing like tears, or just she's about to cry. It looks like she's on the verge of it.
If the facts
I feel for her.
Alleged in the complaint do not constitute an offense, then the complaint should be dismissed, and that can be raised at any point in the proceedings, including today. The complaint, the probable cause section, I believe, is about 2.5 pages long.
And you're right about this, Blumels. I get, we all always say about the car accident. Everybody can't help but turn and look when you see a wreck in the road or this kind of wreck of a relationship and situation. You can't help but be kind of drawn to the drama. But getting off on it or laughing about someone suffering, I don't know where that comes from. I'm not happy about seeing anybody suffering. I'm just intrigued about how these people ended up in this situation.
It mentions the defendant's name. There, I believe I put it in my motion, but in writing, but it's 5 times her name is mentioned. The first time it says she was located in the home. The second time it says she was located in the master bedroom. Third time it says 2 credit cards listed to the defendant were found. And then it says the fourth time it mentions her name. It says her purse was located in a hallway between the master bedroom leading to the attached bathroom, and that a co-defendant indicated, and the homeowner indicated that the defendant was at the home visiting at the time of the search warrant execution. Mere presence is not enough to support a possession charge. There's no allegation that she possessed any drugs. And so we're asking that the court dismiss the charge.
Ms. Pierce.
Your Honor, Ms. Imholt was found in the room where the drugs were found. She's only being charged with the drugs that were found immediately on top of her credit cards, which were active and not expired. One was a bank card, and her purse was found in the master bedroom suite, which between the master bedroom and the bathroom.
So her lawyer's whole contention was that just presence is not enough, is not possession. And so now the prosecutor's letting you know that here the purse was there, the credit cards were there, they had cocaine on them, blah, blah, blah.
And she was in the room when law enforcement executed the search warrant, and the drugs were out in the open on top of her immediate possessions with the rest of the contents of her purse also in that room. While mere presence is not enough, that does show that she was in the room and creates a joint possession that she was using, or at least with one of the homeowners in that bedroom where the drugs were out in the open on top of, literally on top of her property, of her bank cards.
Huh?
All right, and I'll stop this video right here because it's 12 minutes long, and I'm not going to play the whole thing, guys. But there you get the bullet points of it. She was arraigned on the charges of cocaine possession. It's a felony with up to 5-year possibility in jail. I believe she had $20,000 bail bond posted to her, and that she had to agree to stay drug and any kind of inebriant kind of free while she's out. That's a condition of her bail. But I don't get off on it, but it's terrible. But yeah, you can't help but kind of like it. Not kind of watch it. I almost dislike Aaron as much as Stuttering John. Blumels, you're not wrong, and we're probably going to have to get into Aaron more and more. And Scott and I talk about how we kind of follow this too as a kind of like a guilty pleasure, right, Scott?
Yeah, train wreck. I hate to say it, the old thing, but train wreck. Got to watch it.
Yeah, it is. You can't help it. Good morning, Space Nerd. Checking in a little late today for the nerd. we're gonna do the BF Live piss break coming up real soon. But I'll let everybody know, since we're halfway through the show, and people like Space Nerd and Blummels and others may be joining a little late who don't really know already. We're talking about the
breaking
Aaron thing.
news.
A lot of breaking news. Right now, we were also talked about Cardiff Electric's channel gets nuked, and he's now exclusively on Rumble, Space Nerd. And now we're talking about this stuff. But yeah, Scott, we've talked about how we can't help but kind of keep up with this, you know?
Yeah. And I never did, but I never did before. I never cared about Still Toe until this thing happened.
Yes, and his level of delusion and spin is like chef's kiss. Like, if you've seen him try to spin his court appearance that he had last week, because Aaron is no saint in any of this. Aaron had to appear before a judge and to respond to the fact that he was violating a restraining order, that he shouldn't be talking at all or talking shit about his ex-wife or family or anything. I have that video as well, but it is almost the piss break and all. So why don't we do this? We'll take the piss break. My friend Cyke and My Lost Interest. Cyke says that My Lost Interest has a good video on this. I found it on Twitter. I trust Cyke. I trust My Lost Interest. So what we'll do is we'll take the piss break. We'll come back after the piss break. We'll watch the video for My Lost Interest and see what that's all about. And then we'll get into some other all the kind of fun stuff I have here. And then I have the video of Aaron as well. Kind of after this Aaron video, his video, his kind of take on all this, a video that I want to show you. All of this and more after this piss break. So everybody, grab a fresh beverage, grab a friend, go to the bathroom. This is your chance. 2.5 minutes. I'll see you on the other side. But right now, I think we could all use a piss break. I'll see you 2.5 minutes right here on BF Live Stream Show 136 with more fun. Let's go.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I did touch my pee-pee, but it's mine's. I can do with it what I want. How's everybody doing here? We're back for the second half of BF Live Stream Show 136. That's right. The most fun you can have in the afternoon. Cyke is laughing with, oh, Bobby's dance is my favorite. Well, thank you. For so long, we did BF Live for a couple, 3-4 hours at a time, and I had built in no piss break, no kind of a commercial breaks at any kind at all. And one day, Scott and I talked, and we're like, hey, man, we kind of use a little piss break in the middle of this show. So that's kind of why we do that now. And I was doing the pee-pee dance a lot of days, trying to finish these shows up, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
In a 3-hour spot, yeah, you're gonna need to pee once in a while.
A 3-hour spot, you say? Why is that? Because BF Live is 3 hours of live original content every day, Monday through Friday. I work hard to have fun with you guys, and I got more fun right here for you. Mr. Crow says, LOL, I never got into Steel Toe, Blumels Defense Lawyer. I only watched Aaron slowly ruin April through the other channels. And Bobby, you saw multiple comments. How good did April look in that video?
Yeah, I've never seen her looking that healthy before.
Great. I mean, yeah, to some extent, that drag of that lifestyle and maybe some of the things they were partaking in, like drug her down. And see, that's what the rub is, Bobby Nick, because when you're a viewer and you watch this and you observe these things, being a person of some life experience, and you go, hey, something's wrong with that woman. She's too skinny. She seems strung out, and you're right about it. And he gets offensive, and they shot back like everybody was wrong. But it turns out we were all right, weren't we, Bobby Nick?
Yeah, something was obviously going on there because, obviously she's healthier than she's been in a long time, healthier than we've ever seen her. Her face looks fuller.
Look great, yeah.
She's made up very nice. I would actually like to see full body and compare it to.
I always said she could use an extra cheeseburger or two, Bobby Nick, because she's a very attractive girl and all. But yeah, she seemed like a strung out on something, like life was dragging her down. And we were all correct about that. And they shamed us. And so how dare you say that there's things wrong with April and that she looks like she's on drugs, when meanwhile, turns out we were all correct.
Yeah.
So there you go. Oh, Terry Nee, I've seen the pictures you've sent. Terry Nee is still trying to dox our friend Scott Fitzpatrick when he goes on his walks.
I see some of my co-workers. He's got some pictures of walking around the neighborhood.
Whoa! What? No way.
Yeah. People from the hood.
Oh, they see you like doing your walk videos and they're commenting on them.
It's Terry Nee. He takes still pictures from my videos, and because they're usually at night, and then he'll find the same spot in the daytime and send me a picture. But he knows where he knows he's.
He's fucking with your head. Hit Scott's bean button. Come on, y'all. Let's hit Scott's bean. Right, like, share, subscribe. How the F did he land her? I'm saying that this wasn't the first time that cocaine was involved in their relationship. That's going to be my guess, Blumels Defense Lawyer. You wonder that. Yes, you wonder that. Because Terry Nee has a theory. Aaron drugged her down. That was kind of what I was alluding to, Terry Nee, without saying it directly. Yes, that cocaine's a hell of a drug, and this might not be their first foray in it, too. Yes. So there you go.
Did you notice she's kind of hiding some of the forehead now?
I didn't take, but I just noticed how overall she looked so good, Scott. We were saying that before you got back, how multiple people commented how much better she looked.
Yeah, I guess I'm a long ranger on that one. I was thinking it might just be me or the makeup or something. I thought she looked more down the tubes myself. I don't. Maybe
she looked healthier. Some of those last shows she did, she was.
Not today,
I thought she was. I thought
she was just very gaunt and not really overly full in the face and all. I mean, she's still the same person, but she just looks a little bit healthier to the extent that a couple of people kind of noticed it. Blumels Defense Lawyer is rooting for her. I kind of am too, Blumels, because I get no thrill out of seeing any of these people suffer and all. We're going to look at it. We're not going to do entire shows about it. We're going to look at it and talk about it a little bit and all, but I'm kind of rooting for her too. And then with his level of narcissism and not accepting reality, I think that's why if you root for or against anyone, I would kind of like rooting against him, maybe for her, if that's even a thing. Right. Me too, Blumels, says Space Nerd. Blumels says, a nerd, yeah, I get it. The good ones never know their worth, their true worth. All right. Okay, so now we're going to keep going with the second half of BF Live. We're going to be here till at least the 3 o'clock hour here. I'm so happy to be here with my friend Bobby Nick Havens from the Great White North, Scott Fitzpatrick, and the great chat family. Please like, share, and subscribe. BF Live, wherever you happen to be watching today. So let's keep it going now. We're going to continue this thing going since we're talking about the Dabbleverse idiots. I want to shout out to our friend. He's been a friend of ours for a long time, Bobby Nick, My Lost Interest.
Yeah.
You're up. Our friend My Lost Interest, man. He's we've known him like early on in this game. We were chat family, and he's become the most prolific clip maker. He is the go-to clip guy. So even without watching this, I know the integrity of his clip packages. It's always a good one. And so on the recommendation of Cyke and continuing this kind of a saga, we're going to see Aaron's take and how thrilled he was and if he was maybe violating his restraining orders or not, and some more of this kind of Dabbleverse idiots talks. Sometimes is a sociopath, man. The guy I married was basically an emotional fraud. He now has been married 6 times. There are weird men out there. Some people, they cover it up, right? Talking about how Aaron scored her. I wish April nothing but the best. She got burned. Yeah, she got burned pretty bad. Yeah, I think she was with a guy who she was stuck in a bad relationship with, and she didn't know how to end it and get out of it cleanly. He wasn't going to allow it, and so maybe this is maybe she was taking solace looking for other things while she was still in that situation. So yeah, it just seemed bad all the way around, and all of our perceptions were kind of right about what we were seeing about the on-screen dynamics and their body language and all. We were correct about all of it, I think.
Yeah, it's sad.
Stormy called that so early on. She says, "Why does he sit with his back to April when he talks to her? Why is there's no genuality out of him? If that's even a word, genuineness out of him. It's easy to get wrapped up and feel good in the feel good reality. Yeah, sometimes you believe what you want to believe. Yeah, I've been there," says Blummels. Bingo, BF Live. There you go. Mina sola confusion, says Blummels, defense lawyer. Blummels. Space Nerd says, thanks. Do they have deferral? Just kidding. Let's see. BK says, LOL, just kidding. NYC. Oh, got that. Sounds like that X is setting up franchises, Space Nerd. Oh, 6 of them. Okay, so let's continue on with this. Shout out to My Lost Interest. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe My Lost Interest as well. He makes the great clip packages, and I love these clip packages because I don't like giving Aaron a view or airtime, or some of these people that I really don't enjoy watching their show and I want to give them a view, but I still want to keep up with kind of the storyline of what's going on. I always turn to My Lost Interest video packages, just like the one we're about to watch now, so I can see what's going on, and I give my friend a view and not the idiots. But here we go. We're covering him more. Dabbleverse idiot. He's probably the king of them. This is Aaron Imholt watches April's court appearance that we were just watching before the piss break, and he claims that it's not a victory lap.
Oh man!
I usually hate your song talking.
Here we go,
Scott. This victory lap. Hey, let me clarify something. I do not see any of this as a victory. I see this as. Do I see it as a little bit of a victory? I don't know. I feel like that's the ugly part of me going for a ride.
Ms. Imholt, you're charged with one.
So this was the judge that Nick said had liquor coming out of her pussy on the famous drunk stream.
Count of
Coke stream. This is the drunk stream.
Possession of controlled substance, a felony violation of Minnesota statute section.
Once again, My Lost Interest, if you're watching, or anybody that watches Aaron, I will point out that a couple videos or shows ago, he was talking about how he really doesn't drink during the week. But yet we're covering Aaron drunk watching this court appearance. I want to just point that out. He's got the kids and all. He's a family man, remember?
Subdivision 2, paragraph 1, and subdivision 4, paragraph
He's
B.
really quickly turning
Maximum
into
penalty, 5 years
the
in
new
prison.
Stuttering John, for fuck's sakes.
He is, man, and I could never believe that anyone could compete with him with this level of narcissism and spin, Bobby Nick. But we're seeing it right here, man. This guy, like I said, I think he gives us no choice, but I'm going to have to do segments on him, and me and Scott and you and all of us are going to have to keep up with him. And then, you just see. You can really see the kind of person he is, and he thinks that he's fooling the entire internet. I got the internet blowing up. Let's watch this.
Meant a $10,000 fine or both. Ms. Imholt, you have the right to remain silent and not submit to police interrogation.
And this time you should probably listen. I'm sorry.
The first time it says she was located in the home. The second time it says she was located in the master bedroom. Third time it says 2 credit cards listed to the defendant were found. And then it says the fourth time it mentions her name. It says her purse was located in a hallway between the master bedroom leading to the attached bathroom.
That bathroom where they did all the coke. Here's what's fucked up. So when I was there, they only did the coke in the bathroom, except when they brought bullets places and
When I was there, they only did the coke in the bathroom. That means you were knowingly in the house with children while other people were doing this, and you did nothing about it. Got it.
Did a little tootski, right? Or Kayla had this little tray that she named Trey that she kept in her purse, and she would take that out. I did a little bump ski from Trey on Nick's birthday. Did way too much.
There you go. And when he knew he got kicked out of the cool kids party and he knew that was all still going on, I wonder who called the police on them.
That a co-defendant indicated, and the homeowner indicated that the defendant was at the home visiting at the time of the search warrant execution. Mere presence is not enough.
Hold on. SP, did you go upstairs so you can listen on your phone? Ah, I see. She doesn't like listening down here because she can't hear the other shit. If I smoke this cigar tonight, am I a disgusting piece of shit?
No, you're that if you smoke it or not.
Okay, fair enough.
What's up,
That's
Scott?
him letting us know. That's him letting us know him and his other new piece is watching.
Really, Scott? You're a grown man and you've made that decision yourself and you didn't wait for him to say that? Right, Scott, there you go. That's exactly what he's doing. Like, I'm not saying that I have him here with my girlfriend, but I'm going to talk to her to let you know that. That's exactly what he's doing, Scott. Yep. Great observation. Yep.
A possession charge. There's no allegation that she possessed any drugs. And so we're asking that the court dismiss the charge.
Ms. Pierce.
I've heard your suggestion. I'm going to listen to Miss Pierce, and then I'm going to kindly tell you to go fuck.
So if he was so offended and affected by everything that was going on in this house on his multiple trips, why did it take his wife wanting to leave him to finally call about what was going on over there?
Fuck yourself, and we're going to continue.
Your Honor, Ms. Imholt was found.
Mrs. It's either Mrs. Imholt or Miss Anderson. I really wish they'd use Anderson. Is this like a technicality thing?
Because he wants to act like he's not involved. He don't even want his name involved
for the rest of this thing. Fuck.
Don't
worry, April. I don't like it any more than you do. That's one thing her and I can agree on.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I like it.
Is only being charged with the drugs that were found immediately on top of her credit cards, which
exactly, those are her possessions. She possesses it. The cocaine that's on top of her credit cards.
The cocaine that you did out of Sniffy.
If my hand is out and you put a cherry in my hand. By the way, me being fucking shit-faced and trying to tell you guys legal shit should be the funniest thing you got. I hope everybody watches this and goes, "What a goddamn retard." But if my hand is sitting there and you put a cherry in it, just because that cherry isn't part of my body doesn't mean I'm not possessing it. She had coke on her shit.
Her purse was found in the master bedroom suite, and she was in the room when law enforcement executed the search warrant, and the drugs were out in the open on top of her immediate possessions with the rest.
If you guys can see, April is blinking like a motherfucker. Now I know what people are talking about. She was a blinky motherfucker.
For today's purposes, I'm denying the motion without prejudice.
I don't understand how you have to make a decision. How can you say you're making a decision without prejudice? That's kind of the whole premise of being a judge, and I don't fully understand that statement.
Oh,
you obviously came to a conclusion which required some type of prejudice or opinion to have the opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, she's breathing. She's hiding the panic well, but it's right there underneath the surface.
It's the same look she used to have on her face when you disgusted her on the air.
To see someone.
He misses her.
Sure he does, Scott. He never expected this to happen. He thought he was alpha male. He thought he was going to go give it to Nick.
It's a weird
now he
spot
has
for
to
me
hit
to be in
shit
because
talker.
I'm having
right.
You know, like,
he thought
what a piece of shit. You know?
Yes.
Like, wait, let it go. Let it go, dude.
Nope.
You lost her.
Nope.
You lost her.
He because
talking about her.
Because he's a Minnesota alpha male, he can't get over it. He won't get over it. He thinks he's Mr. Boxing Tough Guy, and those videos are fucking hilarious with them boxing teenagers. Holy shit!
This feeling
boxing school
right now as I see this, where I'm like, I know there was a time in my life where I would have done anything to help her.
You're right,
and I
Cyke.
see her now, and I feel no need to help.
October 8th at 3:30.
That works for me. I'm not sure if my client is that a good date. April?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, she didn't want to talk. Yeah, she's putting on a good face. Ooh, she's scrimping. Copyright Patrick Melton. Is that what that means? Hey, is that what scrimping
Very
is?
much Terry Nee.
Is that what scrimping is?
That's
Scrimpin
my
is?
biggest problem with it. It's not only his level of delusion and spin, is it the fact that his hands are unclean with this shit, and he doesn't deserve to get the high road. And as long as I'm showing this shit, I won't allow him to act like he's on the high road without being challenged.
Ooh, she's scrimping.
Your Honor, this does involve the possession of controlled substances.
Yeah.
We are requesting unconditional bail in the amount of $20,000, conditionally that she could be released on her own recognizance on the conditions that she have no use of controlled substances or alcohol that are not prescribed, submit to random testing, remain law-abiding, and report to probation as directed.
Mr. Gallagher.
Your Honor, I believe the allegations are very scant in this case, to the point that it would be inappropriate to have conditions of release on her. She's here on a summons. I don't know why we need to impose bail or conditions.
Because she had cocaine on her cards with a bunch of cokeheads, and she was one. And yeah, that's why. Because the other two are charged with second-degree fucking possession of an ounce of coke. That's why. They don't want her to do cocaine while she's awaiting an omnibussing for coke.
You are to be booked on this
Go
charge.
ahead, buddy. What's up?
The whole time he was saying that I got to where I watch Aaron what he does with his hands, because he does all these weird movements.
Yeah,
and
he's
you'll
very
watch the more
affected.
you'll see.
He has very masculine hand movements there, Scott.
Yeah. But the more you watch, the more you'll see his little I don't know if they're little clicks he's got or something. But right then he just was putting his hand around his throat and act like getting that choking feeling whenever he's talking. I don't know what. He does all kinds of weird stuff with his hands.
Oh, look at it. Yeah, look at that one. Yeah, look at
October 8th at 3:30.
That
Look at that one.
Was a lot.
works for me. I'm not sure if my client is that a good date. April?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, she didn't want to talk. Yeah, she's putting on.
Yeah, she didn't spin her court appearance like you had, like a positive thing. Like, I needed that, and it was really good. I really like being part of the jurisprudence
face.
system.
Ooh, she's scrimping.
Look at that one, Scott.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about the hand and the neck movement. Let me take the banner down so people can see you.
The more you watch, the more you'll watch that, the more you'll see.
But the thing is, he's using a term that was used to attack her, and he hated that shit back then. Now he himself is using that to attack her.
Very
What a
much so.
dickhead.
Because we were all wrong apparently when
Copyright
we
Pat-
know this shit.
Patrick Melton.
Look at that, Scott.
Hello.
You ever even for a minute watch a TV or a show with your head in your hand?
No, not once.
Not once in my damn life. Never.
Is that what that means? Hey, is that what scrimping is? Is that what scrimping is? Is
I'm
that
here
the
with-
face that scrimping
I'm not
is?
alone, Scott. I'm not here
she's
alone without
scrimping.
April. I have somebody here, Scott.
Your Honor, this does involve the possession of controlled substances.
Sitting in his basement
We
by
are
himself, acting like his
requesting
girlfriend's there.
unconditional bail in the amount of $20,000, conditionally that she could be released on her own recognizance on the conditions that she have no use of controlled substances or alcohol that are not prescribed, submit to random testing, remain law-abiding, and report to probation as directed.
Mr. Gallagher.
Your Honor, I believe the allegations are very scant in this case, to the point that it would be inappropriate to have conditions of release on her. She's here on a summons. I don't know why we need to impose bail or conditions.
Because she had cocaine on her cards with a bunch of cokeheads, and she was one. And
I wonder if there's a quantity issue thing, because you think is it the present? It's just the mere presence. I mean, they're going on. I haven't heard them talking about any quantity, just presence of cocaine. So I don't know if just the presence on the card must be enough to file this 5-year possible charge. The audacity to talk about the amount of times she blinks. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why. Because the other two are charged with second-degree fucking possession of an ounce of coke. That's why. They don't want her to do cocaine while she's awaiting an omnibusin for coke.
You are to be booked on this charge. And you'll need to make arrangements to come into
Good
the
point,
courthouse in Candiway County and Wilmer any business day from the hours of 9 to noon or 1 to 4. And that's just for pictures and fingerprints.
Oh, pictures. I'll dress up nice. I'll wear a dress. I'll do glamour shots.
You may gain your unconditional release by posting cash or bond in the amount of $20,000.
Don't worry, Your Honor. My boyfriend's got it. I mean my girlfriend's husband. I mean the fuck.
The guy that cucked you.
My boss.
That guy. The guy that took
Boss?
your wife from you.
I don't-
Because you thought you were the
Nick's
alpha
got
male.
it.
In the alternative, I will release you on your own recognizance subject to conditions. The conditions are as follows. Don't leave the state of Minnesota without prior court approval.
Sorry, Kiki.
Have no use or possession of alcoholic beverages or mood-altering substances that are not prescribed to you,
Well, that's going to be fucking impossible because I need a drink right about now.
and submit to any form of testing to verify that you are abstaining.
Tearing him up.
You must meet with Candiway County
Yeah.
Community Corrections initially to do intake
she's
or
scrimping.
pretrial release monitoring of the court's conditions, and thereafter as they require. All right, anything else to
Actually, my boyfriend told me you guys are all full of shit and corrupt. So
The guy that cucked me.
come before the court today, Mr.
I'm a level 3 free inhabitant, so suck my dick.
Gallagher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Pierce?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, matters adjourned. Thank you.
Show us how those tits far, April.
So April kind of like smirks and smiles about it. Like April's like, haha, they're talking about my tits. Like April is kind of an exhibitionist. Like she kind of likes that people, strangers, like weird, creepy strangers think about her tits. I think that's a low
Well,
self-esteem.
now we know
thing.
how you guys met.
And so
there's the
someone
answer to
like
that
yelling about her
question.
tits, like, even though this went horrible for me,
She attracts
I have to
people
go
with low
omnibus and
self-esteem.
I can't do drugs or drink. Somebody said something about my tits.
Yeah. And there you have it. That's My Lost Interest. My Lost Interest on Twitter X, My Lost Interest on YouTube. Please go ahead and give him a like and a follow. Subscribe if you like over there. He has got the great videos. If you want to keep up with this stuff, Reader's Digest version, kind of style, and you don't have time to indulge for hours at a time keeping up with all this drama, My Lost Interest is the place to go for all these clips to keep up with the Dappleverse and all this crazy shit going on here. Mr. Crow, first of all, Psycho Social checks in on her lunch break. Thank you, Psychosocial. We'll, if we have some time left, which I think we do, we got at least another hour to go. We're going to talk about a little Perry talk last night because they did a cooking stream last night. So we're going to see what Perry cooked and what he cooked it on. 666 and bones up to you, Psychosocial. I believe that without prejudice means she can refile her motion. Not a lawyer, by the way. But then you get backed up by an actual lawyer that says, Crow, you are correct. Plummel's defense lawyer lets you know in the chat. We got the laughs going on in here. What does he call his fans? Tomos? That's what they should call them. There you go. The with or without prejudice is confusing me too. Hopefully they cleared that up. Terry Nee says that a lawyer going all the time is not a good lawyer. I agree with that, Terry Nee. I'd be a little worried. Like, I don't pay you to say mofo. I am not paying you to say I'm paying you to keep my ass out the jail. Crow, you are correct. We got that one. Hey, Psychosocial from Space Nerd. Hey, a Space Nerd from Psychosocial. Blumholz gets the laughing from getting the laughs from Space Nerd. Psycho, hey, from Blumholz Defense Lawyer. Excuse me, sir. Were you there? Exactly, man. Takes a little too much glee in the demise of his wife, and I said that all along, Space Nerd. Because my recollection was, guys, he just happened to be a guest on MLC with Kevin Brennan and Chad. When Chad, of all people, broke the news to Aaron that April had been that their house had been raided. Now, I didn't believe it from the get. Why would Chad or anyone else that's not from that tight-knit Minnesota podcast community, why would he know and be reporting that the house got raided before Aaron was? So it was total see-through bullshit, Bobby Nick. Right from the start, it was like, I'm going to be on air so it doesn't look like that I was the one that turned them in because I'm bitter.
Yep.
Alibi.
He was on air. But then now he's slowly copping to it, right? Because they've gotten closer to the scent and all, and now he is kind of being implicated or implicating himself as the one that did turn them in. So this was just the nerd that got kicked out of the cool party because he got cucked by another man because he thought he could play big ball, and he got cucked and lost it all.
I heard him say recently that he mentioned in like a child welfare. He knows a person child welfare, works with child welfare.
Mhm.
And and if you like, I can't say Joe Schmo beside me has drugs in his house and they won't go in like at 3:00. Bust them at 3:00. They'll have to run an investigation and all stuff. But if you say a child's in danger or something or being they'll go in right then. You can control the time.
Yeah. And because Aaron's made enough messes in his own life because that's why he has restraining orders against him from his ex. He's made enough of these mistakes, Scott, that he knows how they work and what will get an action or a reaction out of the authorities because he's been through it so much. Mr. Clean Hands over there. But yeah, and I got another video I'll show you. Do doctors ever prescribe alcohol? I mean, recommend Jim Beam? Not really. Well, and no one can legally do drugs. Okay, can't do drugs. Okay. Big Boss says, don't believe anything Steel Toe says. Everything he says is a spin, Big Boss, and that's what we're so fascinated in, brother. How can a grown-ass man who looks like he should be mature enough now think that he can go on the air every day and fool thousands of us people who have lived some lives collectively and try to tell us that we're not seeing exactly what we were seeing all along, Big Boss? He is all spin. The way he spun his court appearance about, it was great. I felt like I did a good thing. He was acting like he was there for jury duty because he didn't want to show Scott that he felt diminished and he felt low.
Yeah. You listen to the way he words things. He always minimizes his own involvement, like the tray. He said he'll put a couple way he words things. I did coke off that tray once.
He qualified statements. Qualified statements.
Once. It was more than one time. You don't just do coke once.
He's always making his case and presenting his bullshit to us, the public, like he's a lawyer and he's presenting some case, and we're going to believe what he says, not what we know or what we see. That's what he believes. He's an e-bagger. Yes, Blum was. Hey, let's go. Speaking of the goal, let's hit the goal. Chelino checks in and says, Bobby, Nick, and Scott. We're going to do this again, Chelino. Hi, Chelino. How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Isn't he supposedly a Christian? I don't know. Having drug users and cold turkey, it's not a good idea. Yikes. The Blummel's defense lawyer says, I always see him wearing Christian music shirts. Yeah. I wish he was begging for commissary bucks. That might be in his future. You never know, because I do have some video of him violating his restraining order. So those of you who maybe follow The Onion, Patrick Melton, he kind of did like a thing where he showed that Aaron had to go to a court appearance and all this stuff, and that he has a restraining order that was firmly reestablished again, that said he is in no way, directly or indirectly, through social media or any other means, say anything about his ex-wife or family situation. But I'm going to show you a video where he kind of blows that, and it's probably in violation of that court order. Cyke, I have a feeling that he will pretty soon. Blum was getting love from Cyke. Oh, he would be very popular in jail. Come on, boy. I'm going to take him off. Take him right off, boy. You a jailhouse twink. You thought you was something when you was out there in the boxing ring, boxing kids and schooling them up? You ain't shitting here. April looking hot as Amber Heard, says Big Boss, checking in on how much better April looks. Terry says the judge just hates pretty young women with perky boobs. Get your fine self out my courtroom. I'm an old, bitter, haggard judge. I ain't having none of this shit, says Terry. The Blummel's defense lawyer says, I hope the person that he trusts the most is the one to finally put the knife in his back, in Minecraft, of course, says Blummel's. Big Boss says, God, I hate Steel Toe. Can we wrap this soon, please? I hate hearing him talk. Big Boss, you're not wrong about that. And it's even with these great My Lost Interest clips, Big Boss, 5 minutes long, I have found myself many times cutting it off because of his voice, because I'm like, nope, I'm just not in the mood for his tone today. So I apologize. I think we're just about done with him. Blummel's defense lawyer says, yeah, I feel like my soul is being sucked out of my body. And that's why I don't always delve in these lanes, but it is some kind of new popping off breaking news, so I figured I'd share a little bit of it. Spurs Cheer, Red Rocket Countdown and Liftoff from our friend Space Nerd. Blummel's defense lawyer says, if there is a God, he will die a horrible death in Call of Duty. Chelino says Aaron is a pro and a good man. Really, Chelino? You can't believe that, bro. I don't think anybody can watch him. Come on, man. You fucking ran. You bullshitting. Talk about projections, says Blum's defense lawyer. Chelino getting the LOL right from Blum's defense lawyer. Space Nerd says, last night's Rico and PCL had me laughing so hard my tummy hurt. Well, that's how you're supposed to feel. Terry Nee says, I predicted OnlyFans last year for April. Okay, we'll see if your prediction comes. I hope you meant April and not Aaron. Because ain't nobody buying that shit, bro. Space Nerd says, oh, and Replayables, good lord, best of the best last night. Thank you, Space Nerd, for always hanging out and having fun in all this stuff we do and all these great shows. Chelino is getting the love from Cyke. LMFAO BDL. Come on. From the defense lawyer. Last night had so much good stuff. I was too tired. I couldn't watch all of it. It was like my cup runneth over. Yeah, it was a busy night. And Perry did his cooking stream last night. I'm going to show you a little bit of that coming up. Right, says Blumels from Space Nerd. Cyke is getting the love from Chelino. Blumels defense lawyer says, I'm not complaining, but I'm like, damn, can you spread the good stuff out a little bit? Nope, you get all the goodness all at one time. Welcome back, Gano. Welcome back. He's back. Reverend Wild Bill. Good now. What do you know? He's back. What he says?
I never left.
Tay Mom says you never left. Space Nerd says I only got the last hour of Rico. Will rewatch. I like fast forwarding to and through the super chats. It's cool people super chat, but good grief. Aaron knew and Aaron ratted. You knew. You wanted us all to be a buzz, Aaron, but you knew. You partook until you got kicked out of the sexy circle, and you are done. You got done. Long time no see. LTNS, says Bones defense lawyer. I think Aaron was the one that called the cops on, to be honest. There you go. That called the cops on them, to be honest with you. I believe I thought that from the start because it was too convenient. Why would Chad or anyone else from a small community in Minnesota know more about his wife, that house being raided with his wife in it? Why would Chad know that before Aaron? Why wouldn't somebody in his community of people contact him before Chad? Total bullshit from the start. Exactly, Bombers. They were all on at the same time. Man's got to know his limitations, as Terry Nee. Cyke says, he said, I looked so fly at my court appearance. Cyke, I saw what Melton did, and I don't know if I could pull it up quickly, but Melton went through and showed Bobby Nick. He showed every picture of Aaron at a wedding, Aaron at his court appearance, and Aaron at another function, and he was wearing the exact same suit and shoes at every one of them. And Melton was like, what, do you only have one suit, bro? You got all these years and you one suit, bro. So yeah, Mr. Sharp Dressed Man, I had the same suit since he was in high school probably. Isn't he going to court soon for headbutting her and physically abusing her? Not sure what his court dates are. Pretty fly for a white guy, says no one. Space Nerd is getting the love in the rockets from Space E75. Terry Nee says the inmates would see right through Aaron. They're going to do a lot of things right through Aaron. Yeah. Terry Nee, especially after they split roasted him. Oh, we know what that is. Chelino says, what the fuck is this exactly? No, I needs to be seen. It's very compelling. Oh, it needs to be seen. It's very compelling to see how people act. Thank you, Blumels. Good. No, that's what's up, Chelino. You figured it out. You can know what it means. Thanks for checking in today, Chelino. Oh shit, what the hell is that? Gano, LOL, love that guy, says Blum defense lawyer. Well, let's see, I think I've seen you in here before. I'm not sure who you are, but I'll take the $5 just the same. It says Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, $5. This toe hate is cutting into my bottom line. Well, thank you for the 5. I could certainly use it over here on BF Live. And shout out to the 27 people that are watching and 3 on YouTube that are watching right now. Okay, so we got the Gano guy. I'm glad you love that. Let me show you, like you said, since it has to be talked about, I do have another video. So this is, well, let me see. There we go. There we go. I got this one for you. This is a good one. This will be a good palate cleanser, if you will. This is we're gonna trade. This is like Cyke Labs Aaron, but this is Steel Toe Hitler talks about how he hasn't abused women.
Yes, today I'm not.
Look at the
addressing
face,
it for
everybody.
people who hate Steel Toe or hang out on.
It's Steel Toe Hitler. Cyke Labs.
Hate Reddits or host hate shows. it doesn't matter what would come out about me. If it was positive, they'd deny it. If it was negative, they'd accept it, whether it was true or not. So I'm not going to waste my breath defending myself against people who want me dead. That would be ridiculous.
All right.
I
What's up,
really
Tony?
hope for all of you, whether you love me or hate me, I hope the worst fight of your relationship, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever.
Eric Church, there's one of the
really
shirts that people were talking about. The religious kind of country, religious rock.
hope that a shoddy description of your worst fight ever never becomes public, because it just gets.
And this is the one, Scott, where you and I discussed it, where he tried to say the kids were coming down the steps, and so I grabbed her arm after them being face to face. Remember that? We talked about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's when he squeezed her or something. Yeah.
Right. That's when he allegedly squeezed her, according to him. But if you follow the timeline, yes, they said that they were having a heated argument and that one of the kids were coming down the steps. And to justify him grabbing her in a violent way, he said he didn't want to have the kids hear them argue, which I'm sure they hear every other time. And so he grabbed her aggressively. That was supposed to be the thing. Jesus. Let's see. Let's get back to Aaron Hitler.
Retarded.
Oh, we'll say. Somewhere Eric Church is tying a noose. Like, please, I don't want this guy to be my fan.
And then says we were fighting face to face. We had our faces pressed against each other, fighting, and that I squeezed her until she couldn't breathe. And then the third party says, in another conversation, the third party uses the term headbutt. Nobody fucking headbutted anybody. Nobody in our relationship ever fucking hit anybody. So April and I are having this fight. We're in the kitchen. And I mean, it's getting bad. It's every bad fight you have. It's that. It's the first bad fight of our marriage. It is just, throwing everything back and forth at each other. Threaten, let's just call it then. Let's just be done. Let's just, that whole throw your hands up thing. And then, at one point I go, then go back to Litchfield. So as the kids come upstairs and
right, so all that was going on, and they're face to face. This is what everybody wants exactly to happen to them.
We are nose to nose. I can't. You fucking this and that, and we're fighting. Kids come upstairs. Here's my mistake. I wrap my arms around April and I go, we can't fight in front of the kids. We can't fight in front of we're not going to do this in front of the kids. We'll pick
face
this up
to
later.
face,
We'll go upstairs.
nose to nose, back and forth. Worst fight we've ever had in our marriage. I'm going to hug you. And what you and I discussed, Scott, is that if you're in a face-to-face argument with anyone and having the worst argument ever, the last thing you want is that person touching you or physically controlling you, right?
Yeah, you don't want them in your personal bubble.
In their bubble. No, in your bubble, no matter what their justification.
She gets off of me. She didn't want to be touched. That was the squeezing. Total bullshit.
Nacho Libre.
I didn't want to fight in front of the kids. However, if you ever be in a fight and you touch someone or you hug someone, they don't want to be touched, they don't want to be hugged. Yeah, that doesn't go well. I touched her when she didn't want to be touched. That's it.
And there you go. So so he thinks, and that's the whole thing with Aaron. He believes that his spin is the truth. It's more valuable than what you and I see in our opinion, Scott.
Yeah, like you said about that. That's not the first time the kid's probably seen whatever was going on there. It's probably why he brings that up is he needed to, whether they're going to call the police or the kids. Somebody said something. He needed that time. He just needed an excuse or
a justification, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Something he's done 100 times.
All right, I promise now, everybody. I typically don't do this, but there's a lot of this stuff popping off, and we're in the third hour of BF Live right now. We're going to take you up to the 3 o'clock hour here on BF Live, Stream Show 136. Thank you for like, share, subscribe, and thanks for the super chats, everybody. But for those of you who are joining us late, or maybe this is your first pod of the day, or your first anything on social media today, I got breaking news for you. For those that don't already know this, let me find it. Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel gets nuked. That's right, y'all. Breaking news as of 11 o'clock 11 a.m. East this morning, Cardiff Electric went live on Rumble to inform us all that his YouTube channel, Cardiff Electric, has in fact been nuked. It was related to us playing Stuttering John content, one too many, but it wasn't for the reasons you think. John didn't strike him. Apparently some nudity snuck out. So if you want to find Cardiff Electric, if you're a Cardiff Electric guy, go over to Rumble. That's right, go to Rumble. The link is in my chat running. He's going to build up his Rumble presence over there, and he's going to appeal and see if he can get his page back. For those of you who are joining us late, though, yes, Cardiff Electric's YouTube page has been nuked on YouTube. All right, so let's get back to that. Okay, now I promise there's one more video that I'm going to show you, and this is just another display. It says Aaron Imholt flagrantly violates the restraining order. So I'm just going to demonstrate to you how he's no saint, even after being told in his best dressed suit that he wears everywhere that he isn't to violate his wife's restraining order from his ex-wife and to talk about her. This is what he ends up doing on air, and you'll see the dates in which he does it. Right here on BF Live, we're doing a little Dabbleverse idiots, I like to call this. We're just checking out some idiots in the Dabbleverse. Here we go. Go! Thank you, Doom, for this clip.
5, I would say. Honky says that April queef squirt stained bathroom was the deal break. That's not what that is. That's not.
So this is like today is the 29th. So this clip this is from an August 28th show. This is already after his best dressed suit day in court, and now he's going to choose to say some things. Let's see if they violate, or if you all think they violate a restraining order.
That is. Citizen M says, I hope that none of April's negativity affected the children's relationship with their real mother because she's an amazing woman.
Well, let's pause this right here and read all of this. Now, Aaron, everybody who in the know saw him very well dressed, right? Bragged about how he was the handsomest guy in the courtroom. This is what he was there for. And this is what they said on the video. The respondent is prohibited from directly or indirectly talking about, disparaging, and or harassing petitioner online, on social media, and or during any online broadcast shows that the respondent participates in or has control of. And what they're showing is the unfortunate first wife or ex-wife, Ashley LaRue, up on the screen.
My daughter said something the other day. She said something the other
bullshit. Here we go.
Other day. And I'm not going to get in trouble for this. I've asked for permission and we're working on new shit. But my daughter said something the other day. She said, Dad, watching you and Mom communicate and talk and laugh when you talk to each other. And she's only 10, so she doesn't know how to say this properly. She goes, I feel
she's only 10. She don't know how to say this properly. So I'm going to make up some bullshit generalization of thing that I think she said, even if she said any of this at all.
Something in here and it like flutters and it like, I don't remember the words she used, but she goes, and it feels really good and it makes me happy. And if you hear that, and
it means you've been a horrible parent and you've been showing your ass in front of your kids.
That doesn't reaffirm.
He always puts his hand way back behind him like that.
Yeah, if he gets extra sassy, Scott. It's like, I'm feeling sassy now.
Hello, Frisco.
Yes, and this is not the first time he's drug in or implicated his kids in his path to self-discovery or whatever, when he made a claim about a month ago, a bullshit letter from his daughter that says, I like it so much when you stay off the social medias and you're with us and all that. Just total bullshit. And you know, I don't like you when you're on the social media. I love you when you're not on it. And what does he do? He takes the private letter from his daughter and talks about it on social media. After she says how much she likes the fact that he isn't on social media. Let's go.
How does that even make any sense?
He's a retard, dude. He gets, if it's even true, his daughter says, hey, Daddy, I'm really happy when, so you're so much happier and a better person when you're not on social media. I really like when you're not on there. I wish you wouldn't do it as much. Stay off of there. And what does he do? He goes on social media anyway and shares a private story from his young daughter.
And again, you have no soul. You're dead inside. You're done. Poe says Steel Toe are always watching, so set the example that you want them to live. As for the viewers, I hope it's all genuine. We've been fooled before. Cheers, bro. Cheers, buddy. There's a Post Malone song called Nosedive that talks about this, you know? It's going to be so gay. I'm sorry. But, the whole point of the song is there's still beauty in the nosedive. And that's kind of how I look back at that whole thing.
Nothing worse than a white nerd reciting
I think
rap
if we hadn't
lyrics.
met them, April and I would still be together, and I don't know. I know I wouldn't be this happy. I know I would still have April and another person, at each other's throats, and I would have to keep, trying to mediate that situation and getting myself in trouble. And April and Kayla have one thing in common: neither wants a job. Yeah, I was talking to I won't say who, but I was talking to someone at the courthouse yesterday, and they were saying that because we were both like, Jesus Christ, why would you be in that situation? It's so awful, blah blah blah. And one of them said,
"What's that, buddy? What'd you say?"
I'm pretty sure I seen that right. He picks up the drink and he's has a proper minute. He never takes a drink. He just sits it back down.
Okay. All right. Let's go back.
Dive.
And let me read the
talks
other
about
thing to
this,
you too.
It's going to be so gay. I'm sorry. But the whole point of the song is there's still beauty in the nosedive. And that's kind of how I look back at that whole thing. Where, I think if we hadn't met them, April and I would still be together. And I don't know.
Right, because you got cucked out of your own relationship because you thought you were the alpha male.
I know I wouldn't be this happy.
That's the same thing again. The respondent is prohibited from directly or indirectly talking about, disparaging, and or harassing petitioner online, social media, and or during any online broadcast shows that the respondent participates in or has control of.
I know I would still have April and another person, at each other's throats, and I would have to keep, trying to mediate that situation and getting myself in trouble.
And at one point in one of these videos, I think he says, me and my first wife, we're getting along so great. This is good. So this is in no way a violation. He acts like that if he has a good enough relationship with his ex that it gets him around this court order, Bobby Nick. He thinks that he's like, I wouldn't be saying shit.
And
right.
It's not like he can go to the court and go, no, judge, I know what you said, but my first ex-wife, who I'm trying to have a better relationship with, she's okay with it now. So screw what you say. I don't think it works that way.
April and Kayla have one thing in common: neither wants a job. Yeah, I was talking to.
Here we go.
I won't say
Picks
who,
up
but
the
I was
water.
talking to someone at the courthouse
Picks
yesterday.
it up.
And they were saying that
caresses it like a penis.
We were both like, Jesus Christ, why would you be in that situation?
And puts it down,
So
Scott.
awful.
Good call.
He does it all the time. I was one of
That's
the
how
top watching it.
powerful
Just all
a
the
woman. Some women don't want to work. That's how powerful that is. The idea of going to have to go work. They'll stay in a shitty situation instead and be taken care of. I mean, I believe the phrase is golden handcuffs. Triple N says, yeah, when April went hunting, it wasn't for deer. Oh, no, it was for penis. That's not good. Snowcat Tish says neither April or Kayla wants a throuple. They both want Nick for themselves for some stupid reason. Right? Ew.
Hit the like button.
Doom.
Okay, fuck you, Doom.
Shout out to Doom. Thank you for that clip, brother. Okay, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do for that today with all the breaking news and kind of just putting all the timeline together and all that stuff. So is Tim Holt going to be held accountable for violating the restraining order, Space Nerd? Well, I'll take it like maybe many of the viewers here today. That certainly looks like a violation. I don't know if the ex has to go report this. I don't know how the next steps in any of this, but it certainly seems to be within the bounds of what it said in the order. Blum's defense lawyer said, so you never read mine, LOL. Did I not? Wait a minute. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. You're talking about reading negative chats. I saw you guys talking earlier. Big boss. I'm not sure if there's some kind of accidental inadvertent blocking going on. I see some kind of talk going on about it in the chat. I didn't see anybody blocked in the studio. It could be just YouTube acting weird today or just hasn't hit my settings yet. Wild Bill, LOL from Blumels. Cyke says, there should be a place to unlock people. Well, I looked in my settings. I can look again real quick. But I don't see anybody that's on a block list on my community settings there, Bobby Nick. I don't see anybody that's blocked. Go to the community. I'm in the community. Nope,
Bobby
ain't
Nick
nobody
cigarette
blocked.
Shirt.
What's that?
Hey, Bobby, I was asking Bobby Nick about his shirt.
Oh, yeah, it does have. Yeah, tell us, Bobby Nick, about Bobby Nick's shirt day. What do you got there, buddy?
Well, this is a Bobby Nick in the lounge with Bobby Nick shirt.
Yeah. And what's it say? Oh, it says Bobby Nick. And what's it say? Smoke them if you got them below it?
Smoke them if you got them, yeah.
Where could we find that shirt, Bobby Nick, if somebody would like that or wanted that?
You can find that at tpublic.com/user/Bobby Nick.
tpublic.com, that's right. A lot of our creator friends are on there, so go to tpublic.com if you would like a Bobby Nick cigarette shirt like that. You can get one yourself. Let's see. Yeah, so hopefully there's no issues going on with the blocking. Go to your settings, nerd. There should be a place to unlock people. I've looked, but maybe I should look again. Bill's getting the laughs from Blummels. Cyke, you're right there. Gimme Bezos checking in. Thank you, Gimme Bezos, and thanks for your private messages and the love you're literally sending me. Sorry to hear about Cardiff. It amazes me grown-ass adults can't handle a woman's nipple on the TV. Yeah, Gimme Bezos, and we talk about the levels of enforcement on this because, Bobby Nick, I think it's fair to say that I have seen an errant nipple or titty or something on, like, watching small creators or odd creators on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Why is it okay for some people, but other people it's downright atrocious, and YouTube has to take their whole channel away?
It's crazy selective enforcement, and Bobby Nick and I discussed that it might be because he's a higher, more kind of a visible channel, that maybe they kind of take more note to visible channels than some of these little creators that do get away with some of this shit on here. What's up? Give me Bezos. Space Nerd says, thanks, Cyke. I will see what I can do. The Reverend Wild Bill, I don't know how to block either. The Reverend Wild Bill says, somewhere it was hard for me to find the unblock. Bumble says, oh man, I'm afraid to go to my list. Got pages long. Oh shit. There you go. There. And for anybody that's just picking up on the fact that Cardiff Electric, his channel has been nuked on YouTube, you can find him using that link right there on Rumble. So go ahead and go ahead and like, share, and subscribe over there. Blocking is way easier than unblocking, LOL. If you click on a name in the chat, you can block them. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Space Nerd, you can block by accident and not even know it. YouTube is super easy. And we've all discussed how we've all done it kind of accidentally, Bobby Nick, just handling our phones in a weird way.
Well, twice in the past, 3 months, Stormy's cat has actually blocked someone.
What the fuck? Really?
Cat jumps
Stormy's going to blame her cat rather than just say, hey, I hate the bitch and I don't like her. Really?
Well, no. Well, Stormy claims that, yes, her cat
I'm sure
jumps up on the keyboard and boom.
That's funny.
Someone gets blocked.
Yeah, they
The
do.
other day, so it's
I have my phone in my pocket sometimes, and I might put it in there in the middle of listening to a phone, and the screen might not be timed out, and then I'll pick it up and come out of my pocket, and I'm inadvertently starting like a $20 super chat, Bob. That's happened to me too before.
It's happened to me too.
There you go.
I almost gifted 50 fucking memberships at one time.
Yeah, see, so you know exactly what I mean. We've all kind of done it.
If that would have happened, I would have been fucked.
Let's see. Left click on a name and you report or block that person. Yeah, there are other menus that come up when you click the 3 dots next to people in the chat. He is guilty of the row. I'm on mobile, says Blumel Defense Layer. Dimholt is going to stick. I like it. Yeah, Aaron Dimholt. The Steel Toe Divorce Show. The never-ending Steel Toe Divorce Show. I can't even report, says Blummels. You might just have to refresh. You might just be in a weird place with your phone today, or it could just be YouTube, because YouTube does a lot of weird shit. They don't always send out notifications on time. They don't like it. People couldn't super chat on replayables last night. People were complaining that they were having a problem on mobile or was working on one and not the other. So what do you get? It's not UBF Live. Accidentally blocked Chelino. Okay. Block a friend. I did not do it. I resemble that remark. Kowalczyk, take it and run with it. Yes, Dimholt. The Reverend Wild Bill, shout out to Reverend Bob Levy Quotes and says, Hoya, H-I-G-H, and Reverend Bob Levy Quotes gives it right back. BF Live, it's not you. I may have blocked Chelino. I will figure it out. Okay. The YouTube channel should take down History Channel, right? Because they have graphic depictions and nudity. And it's funny, there is that fine line, the Reverend Wild Bill, because if you do like a sex education show or a history show or a documentary show, you can actually get away with showing nudity as long as the algorithm doesn't pick it up and doesn't know that it's for those purposes. But I have seen, or I've read in the text of the rules, that if you're using it for health education purposes or documentary purposes, there are some exceptions to showing nudity here on YouTube.
Yeah,
Damn it.
and movies, movies on YouTube, they seem to get a pass as well.
Okay, there you go.
But why not the same for everybody? I know, I get it. They don't want it to become like a porn site, but okay, just take the offending video down. No, nobody needs to be disciplined.
Well, and I think it's all it's all litigious, Bob. It's so they ultimately don't get sued for somebody saying that somebody watched something on your service and you were and I was traumatized by it, so I'm going to sue YouTube for it. Nimrod says we've all been pussy blocked at least once. I think you're talking about something from your high school days. Maybe you're talking about something a little different there. How you doing, Nimrod71? Thanks for checking in today, buddy. You're not bitter still at all, are you? I start to hit report a lot in my pocket, haha. C-Mox knows the struggle is real. See, we've all done it, bro. $50 super chats and memberships and shit. We've all kind of done it. I never use my phone, always desktop in the media room. The Reverend Wild Bill lets us know. All my shows are documentaries, LOL. Well, there you go. You can all BF Live. This is just a documentary. I'm reporting stuff, so I can show whatever I want, I guess. LOL to the Nimrod about being pussy blocked. Tonight's movie will be the classic Debbie Does Dallas. LOL. Says the Reverend Wild Bill. Good luck getting away with that one. Hey, Cyke from Nimrod. Wild Bill's getting a laugh from Blumwell's defense lawyer. That's awesome. Okay, so we watched the Aaron. We're all Aaroned out and all. So let's keep it positive. Let's have fun. We got a half hour to go on BF Live. BF Live, 3 hours of original content brought to you every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3 East. Sup, brother? Sup, brother from Cyke? Why don't we do this and let's get into it? Perry was on last night. A lot of time on Wednesday, he does he does Weather Matters. But last night, Perry did a cooking stream for us. So I got to watch a bit of that. After I did replayables last night, I jumped in on the chat and hung out with the Perry chat family, 666 and Bones Up. But so why don't we do it and get into it? I'll get on Twitter X. I'll show you a couple clips of the ventures and all the fun stuff that happened last night on Perry Talk. That's right. Shout out to my Perry Caravel Live chat family. I love seeing you all, and not only my chat, but in all these chats, and including Perry Caravel Live. So I was hanging out with you all last night. I will tell everybody you should go and member up on Perry Caravel Live. You can be a shop vac for $4.99, or you can be credenza level for $9.99 a month and get all of the cool kind of membership content that is not always available on the YouTube page. So let's see. So it was happening last night. It was Cooking with Perry. They did. Excuse me. Oh, thank you, Rob Bill, for saying the best 3 hours of my day and the best chat familia. Thank you. I love you guys, and you guys give me somewhere to go 3 hours a day to bring you all of this cool original content. So thank you. I haven't seen Debbie from Dallas or Debbie Does Dallas or the Deep Throat either, says our friend Space Nerd. That was always the ones that were thrown around when we were younger, like Debbie Does Dallas, Debbie Does Dallas. That's like all people talked about. That was like Space Nerd says those two are softcore porn, but yeah, well, they were the big shit. They were real deal back in the day. It was enough back in the day, the Red Mall Bill. All right, so let me show you the next thing here on the Perry Caravel Live X. So yeah, so they knew they were going to show a cooking stream last night. So if you want to watch some of these cool clips, they did like a Perry Caravel Live clips, food clips. And this is kind of what they did from the stream before, from, let's see, today is Thursday, from Monday's stream, when Perry had to, had to accept some food challenges.
No! 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 Oh, fuck you! Fuck you! I'm not.
They wanted to put the green machine in the Viking hat and drink it out of it. That's Perry Caravel Live Food Fury. So that was a clip. Whoop, they showed last night. Let me get my. All right, playing in my ear still. Okay, so did you watch that? You saw that. What happened last night? Okay, so now they got down to it. So last night, what did he cook, guys? He cooked pizza last month with Tony Hawk, the real Tony Hawk, nonetheless. He cooked pizza, and they had that was a wild ass pizza stream, and he always says Tony's never allowed back, but we're going to see when Tony, if he's ever allowed back. So last night, it was a cooking stream, and he cooked steak. He cooked steak on his George Foreman. So let's check this out and see how that kind of went last night. Here's Perry from his cooking stream last night on Perry Talk on BF Live.
The Foreman is the best for steak, okay? Steak, sausages,
Now, if you cook steak any other way, you're an idiot. Well, I got steak seasoning. I have garlic, oregano. I mean, you get the cooking done on the Foreman grill on both sides of the steak without having to flip it like you're on a barbecue. You're barbecuing, but it's actually on the grill.
It's basically an electric
Foreman
hot plate.
Takes all the fat out and removes everything without you even having to do anything special to the steak. This, you're cooking both sides all at the same time. So you're taking 10, 15 minutes and turning it into 5, maybe 6 minutes or 7 minutes. Boom, done. And it's medium well right away.
It looked medium
Foreman
gray.
is the best for steak, okay? Steak, sausage.
No, it is not. I don't know, Scott. I don't know about that one. Foreman the best for steak. I don't know, bro.
Do you guys got one?
Yes, we do have a George Foreman. How about you? You rock yours?
Yeah, but it ain't been used in years.
Same. We just cooked. It was fancy, and you cooked your burgers on it and watched the grease drip down. You did it a couple times, and I was kind of done with it. I know people laugh about the George Foreman grill, but they can be very effective if used properly. Yes, Blumels, and they are, like Scott's saying, they are handy, and I think we've all kind of dabbled with one because, dabbled with one, you say? Yes, I've dabbled with the George Foreman, cooked on it once in a while. But to say that it is the best way to cook a steak is just hilarious. And I don't know if one of these clips I have provides it, but last night they played a little media share with showed Gordon Ramsay cooking a steak properly in a pan with the butter and all, and Perry was kind of saying that's not the proper way to cook a steak. He knows better than Gordon Ramsay, maybe.
Made me jump.
Get out of me. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Yep, I tried to turn it down. Well, here we go. Yes. It's hard to tell if Perry wants food deliveries tonight. So let's watch this clip and see if Perry, I'm guessing from the sound, maybe not, but let's check it out.
No food delivery! No!
That's half volume, guys.
Yeah, sucker! I'm cooking tonight! Get the fuck out of my house with your goddamn fucking fish!
Exactly,
Go fuck
Cyke.
yourself! God damn it! Shit that stupid fucking fast food shit and shove it up your fucking ass! Son of a bitch!
I'm guessing that's a no. That was his cooking stream last night. So, yeah, Cyke, I agree. I like when he says Chef Ramsay doesn't know how to cook a steak. Yeah, he's doing his thing. He probably sells them for $200 a pop, and Perry's sitting there with his George Foreman telling that Gordon Ramsay he's doing it wrong. He don't know how he's doing it. So let's look at it. Let's see how it looks before and after right here on Perry Caravello Live Perry Talk. We're talking about Perry Caravello and the show last night and the cooking stream. So look, he like doused it with all the. It looks like he put like a garden on top of that, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering what is that?
It's like a bunch of garlic and herbs and stuff. But there you go. This, according to Perry Caravello, Gordon Ramsay, who has restaurants all around the world and probably charges $200 per steak, he doesn't know how to cook a steak, but Perry knows how to cook one on the George Foreman, and that's what he did last night. So there's that picture. That's the before, and there's the after. Look at that gray sumbitch. And they were talking about how gray it. Good.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was saying. The first thing that popped out. I mean, I was wanting to look at the grill lines, but it's gray. The gray is what gets you.
Yeah, the gray gets you. And he was munching on that sumbitch. It looked like some shoe leather. He's laughing. BF accidentally just created the George Foreman verse. There we go. I dabble in George Foreman, Space Chief. I dabble. Yep. So you dabble? The cop sucker. Yeah, I like when he tries to clean it up. You cop sucker. Space Nerd says, it took me a long time to understand the Perry appeal. The 626 anniversary show sold me the race car bed with Bob. Cool. And I get that. And I get that, Space Nerd, because much like Scott and Bobby, how you saw them jump with the yelling, for whatever reason, if our nerves are on edge, you're not always ready for Perry. And there's some days I turn it down more, and some days you play it at normal level. But Scott and I have talked before, Scott, like we listen to this to the wee hours of night, and what normally happens at the end of the night, right? We fall asleep kind of listening to shit, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's what, 5 days a week, I probably sleep to old shows, whatever. Reminds me of home.
And there have been multiple times, Space Nerd, where I've been like, I got a little couch right here next to my studio set up, and I'll just lay in it and fall asleep. And the only thing that wakes me up is the playing Ricky Horny at the end of the show. When I start hearing the thumps and Perry's like yelling about something, that normally wakes me up, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to go to bed. So I know what you mean, but I'm glad you adjusted and you get it now. The Perry Caravella, you're part of the crew. Bones up. A little too much garden on that steak. Yeah, there was a lot of herbs and spices on there. I agree. My steak better be red pink. Space Nerd, that thing was gray through and through. Is there a pain to clean? Yeah, overcooked and it looks dry as F, says C-Mox. No doubt, bro. I like medium rare, says the Remwell Bill. There was no pink in any of it. Every voice to text, says Terry Nee. That's right. You can get yeah, but you can do that, or you can see a lot of times, because Perry and Tom will talk after the shows and all. So if you join their Patreon, you get all the kind of Perry and Tom behind the scenes calls. So there's lots of ways to get all kind of other fun content from Perry Caravella Live. Yes, RWB, Remwell Bill. It's so ridiculous, says a Blummel's defense lawyer from The Nerd. Medium rare ribeye, says Blummel's defense lawyer. Blummel's also says, I never even watched the original movie that made him famous. Oh, you should. You should watch Windy City Heat, because it's great to have this perspective on him. And then you go, well, is this guy limited? Is he, because he's getting older, is this like pre-ALS or something? Is he crazy? Go back and watch Windy City Heat and just kind of know that it's kind of a farce. It's a spoof. It's a goof on him, because he always had these dreams of being a great movie star. So Don and Jimmy Kimmel got all involved and said, hey, let's do this movie. And you'll see, it's like a movie about a movie being made. Go watch Windy City Heat. You'll enjoy it. I have eaten raw and not steak tartare. Yeah. Right. That's like steak sushi or something. That's not good. That needed an A1 bath, and I don't know if that helped. He has an original movie, says Blummel's defense lawyer. I used to cook Pittsburgh rare thanks for people with the restaurant I was working at. It's where you sear it on both sides and then leave the middle just straight up raw, just a sear on each sides. Medium rare, blue rare at a good restaurant our friend Cyke checks in with. Ray DeVito can cook a steak now. Yeah, exactly. That does look like the Ray steak. And I had that like Ray rake steak video somewhere, I think, in my videos. Let's see, I have a Ray steak. I did have that for a while. Ray steak.
I want my steaks well done.
Do you?
Yeah, me too.
All these guys eating pink steaks, man.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
As I've gotten older, Scott, I've adapted to it. I must say, I've gotten a little. I can accept a little more pink. I don't like it to leak blood or ooze blood, but I will accept far more pink than I ever used to. Absolutely.
Is it more tender, fully cooked or undercooked? It seems like.
I think if you find the right mix that works for you, you can get it. I love a nice sear and a char on the outside, and I don't mind it pink on the inside anymore. Matter of fact, I like it. I like it pink on the inside. But I just don't. I don't want the blood to run. I don't want to need a pad for it, if you will. So that's kind of my limit, Scott. As long as it's not sitting there in a puddle of its own blood, I'll kind of let a little more go than I ever used to. But back in the day, I was like a gray steak guy, a well guy, bro. So much so that one of the waitresses, when we went to Outback Steakhouse, she looked at my wife and she goes, "You should really try to talk him into eating it more red, because he don't know what he's missing," or like talking like I wasn't even there or some shit. But yeah. But I do like it, but I don't like it Ray Gray. That's Ray Gray. That's what that is. That shit is Ray Gray. Let me see.
He's been boiled.
It does look like that. That's right. That's a good point. It does. Well, that's a different one. I'm trying to see if I can find that video. I know I had it. I had it at some point. That Ray steak video. It was part of my one of my liftoff reels one time. Whoop.
Is there that picture of Trump back there, and then it looks like a kitty litter box? Is that a skeleton cat in that kitty litter box?
Yes, it is, because he got sent that kitty litter box the other day. He got litter and a box sent to him when Tom B told him to go to the door, and that's the skeleton of his friend's cat that he killed when he was supposed to watch his friend's cat, and it ended up dying. So yeah, you're not wrong, Scott. That is the skeleton of a dead cat. You got great eyes, man. You notice all the details. I love the shit that you pick out. So yeah, he ate that whole thing last night, that whole nasty steak. And then let's see. That's the bigger picture of it. And then let's go up here. Cause this is, so I like this. Shout out to Vin Cole, a viewer, a PCL guy, Vin Cole. Look at this, guys. He bought his original one that Perry broke from throwing it, and it's autographed, Scott.
Bro.
It says, thanks for the support, Scary Perry Caravella. So there you go. That's another way where Tom B figures out how to take this stuff that even Perry messes up and turn it into money and turn it into gold and content. So somebody bought that. Busted. Look, he said he didn't even clean it, Scott. Perry autographed it and left the food that's still in it to this date. Windy City Heat, right? Correct. That's the name of the Perry movie. I think you'd have a lot of fun watching it and check it out.
Selling it like that, probably, I think that's what they use to kind of keep the stuff in his apartment too, where he don't just throw it away willy-nilly. You get to see all that stuff laying in the background this way.
Yeah, exactly. And eventually it'll get to be so much that Tom B, he'll have a little auction, Scott, and he'll auction. You want to buy the Mike Lindell? I'll take bids on the Mike Lindell. He'll start doing that. So he's basically, that's a smart way of cleaning the place out because he knows there's lots of Perry fans. There you go. If they would cook it properly, they don't need that shit. Talking about the A1, Raider Vito can cook a steak now. It's almost like what you would call a mockumentary. That's the perfect term for that. My favorite Bumbles is Pittsburgh Rare, says Cyke, because I know he's an old Pittsburgh boy. Cyke is good. Rain ever got his sticks from Shirley. I'm not following that one.
Ray, probably, maybe.
Ray, maybe.
Ray ever got, I don't know.
Just a little over rare. Medium is pretty good, but I like between rare and medium rare. I like it as rare as possible. Says Cyke. See, Cyke, that's what I can't do that. I can't get in like tartar, like Brian said. I don't like it to move when I touch it with a fork. Like, no, stay still. Trying to eat you. I don't like it to move when I don't want to see that too much excess blood. I don't need it. I like it just right. So he might be the original LOL Cal, says Blummels. Space Nerd says, I don't eat. Right, you've stated you only eat meat rarely. If a steak is cooked right, you don't need condiments. I agree with that one. I spice mine, cook it, put nothing on it. I can't wait for Perry's Western movie. Yeehaw!
Yeah, when's that supposed to be coming out?
Sometime after the first of the year. I want to say February is one of the tentative dates I heard. Somewhere beginning of the next year, I think, is earliest when we can expect it. Steak, Space Nerd says, mostly vegan diet, but I will definitely eat a steak if it is prepared properly. I can't remember when I had a steak last, and I don't know can't remember who it was, but one of our vegetarian or vegan friends come in the chat a while ago, Bobby Nick, and they said, I haven't had steak for years, but they ate it and it was amazing. They can't believe how much they missed it. Oh, was it Chelino? Somebody said that, but there you go. But to each their own, you got to do what's right for your health. We're all different. Yeah, the best steak, you don't need to dip it in anything, says our friend Blummels. Space Nerd says, yes, the more tender, Scott Fitzpatrick, more tender. Yes, it is. The pinker it is, it kind of gives it a little more tenderness to it. Now, here's the thing. Last night it says, because Gordon Ramsay was cooking his steaks with butter. And I will admit, I have never pan-fried a steak in my life, guys. Have any of you guys ever, pan-fried a steak?
Yeah, that's kind of probably the way 9 times out of 10 I've done mine.
Well, apparently that's the way all the gourmet chefs do it, Scott, but I have never done it. How about you, Bobby Nick?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only ever cooked my steaks on the grill. I think when I was younger, we would cook burgers indoors or something, but I watch all these cooking shows through my wife and my daughters, and every time I'm in the room and they're cooking steaks on one of these cooking shows, they are always cooking it in a pan with butter, and they're constantly just whipping the butter on top of it. But Perry doesn't agree with that. Let's see. Right here it says where butter is allowed according to Perry. On a steak? No. But in coffee, yes. Coffee?
Coffee. What?
Butter in your coffee. There you go. I like dipping my bread in the blood. See? That's what I don't go for. So that's not me, bro. I can tolerate it being okay. I'll accept that you don't have to cook it to death. But that whole going that way where you're going and dip it in the blood, that ain't me, brother.
Cyke, you're a ghoul.
Come out to Texas, BF. We'll set you straight on. Well, come on. Thank you, Brian. I assume you're still talking about eating, but I was talking about these things with Big Daddy Dodo up at DabbleCon too, and he's a Texas boy too, Brian Kowalczyk, and we discussed sauce over dry, and I mentioned to him that I'm a dry rub guy. I like preparing my meat with dry rub and don't put any salt. I don't like lathering things in sauce. And when I told him, because I know different regions like Kansas City and maybe Texas they prefer the dry, he mentioned he's going to send me some spice, and I'm looking forward to that. Brian Kowalczyk. The Reverend Wild Bill says, if you have to ask for A1, just take it away. Not worth eating. Blummel says some places call it black and blue or Pittsburgh. I have heard those terms kind of thrown around there, Blummels, although I ain't never using them, but I have heard term a black and blue steak or a Pittsburgh. Cyke Me Too says Blummels. Cyke says, facts, BK. I'll be back in Texas in 3 weeks to visit my parents. Steak night on our day 3 of my golf tourney. Sounds like a plan. Picks or it didn't happen. 4. All right. BK, can I tag along? I'm hungry, says Blummels. Cyke is getting the shout out love from our friend Buckshot Kid, who is very early in the chat today. How you doing, Buckshot Kid? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Doing okay. BSK, my brother from Cyke. Brian Kowalczyk says, oh shit, Cyke, Blummel's defense lawyer. Y'all find yourselves in Dallas. Let's set it up. Cyke says, that's how I got my Florida flag at one of the Perry Caravello auctions. You got to get, I'm never moving there. I'm never fucking going there. So there you go. I think that's pretty brilliant how Tom B is like getting some revenue out of that stuff. Women never think we're there, says Terry Neem. Cyke says, I will be in Dallas, BK. I'm from Plano originally. Blummel says, BK, I know I got the hell out of New York City. That got to get the hell out of New York. That's for damn sure, says Blummels. Is Ding going with you, Cyke? Our friend Space Nerd would like to know. New York City, get a rope. New York City. My tourney is where my parents live now, Denton, but I'll be visiting Plano to see friends. And yes, she is nerd. She's going along. Space Nerd now says, I want to go. I need to win Powerball. Brian Kowalczyk says, hit me up on Discord. Also, got a great Polish restaurant out this way. And I know he's not lying when he tells you to hit him up, man, because he was cool with us and DabbleCon. It was great hanging out with you, Brian, and lending me the use of your place and just wanting to have a party, man. So thank you, Brian. I know you're not lying about that. LOL nerd, pool time in the country. Brian Kowalczyk says, garlic, thyme, and butter. Says Brian Kowalczyk for steak. Ding and I would get into trouble somehow, I think. Just a suspicion, Space Nerd thinks, if Ding Dong and Space Nerd gets together. We'll do BK. But bullet coffee. Oh, there you go. The bullet coffee. I've heard of the bullet coffee, but is that a butter thing? I've heard of a brand name bullet coffee, but I don't know if that's putting butter in it, if that's a name for it. Maybe you'll let us know. The Reverend Paul Bill says, I don't eat red meat much anymore. Don't eat red meat much anymore. But I will go out once a year to a good restaurant and get a nice steak. Pan fried is the best way to fix a steak, or a flat top if you have one. I do not have a hat, but I wouldn't mind like trying to do one with the butter and all, but I would want it finished with a sear, if that's even allowable, because I like a good sear on my steak. You got a good iron skillet. That's the best way to cook it, says Blummels, unless you have a broiler, and that is perfect way. I do have a broiler in my oven. The Terry Nee says, Ray never received his steaks from Shuli Deal. Deal was a deal. Ray cooked a steak, and I hold grudges. You are not wrong about that. You are not wrong about that, Ray. Ray is the only grown person I ever heard to say, Terry, that he built a grill. Normally we say we set up the coals, we got the fire lit, but Ray, in fact, built a grill, Scott. Remember that? Your good old boy, Ray.
Yeah, like he made one of those brick ovens outside or something.
Yeah, you would think that he he turned to Amish on us all of a sudden and started cooking something. Yeah. Yep. Well, let's see. I know there's Ray fans out there. Maybe you would want to get some trinkets about Ray. You can go here.
Are you way too old to play with toys but like to collect bobbleheads?
Place one on a dresser with the bobbleheads. And then for some reason, I didn't bring it with me to my bed. It's at my aunt's house. I got to go get that thing.
Get the new Hackverse action figures. Ray's secret Discord store has all the Hackverse action figures you could ever want. We got them all. We got the Stuttering John action figure. It's hard to get one over on him. A millionaire genius drinking in his cat shit-filled apartment. We got the bad guy, also known as Hot Dog Man. You're a hack. Bicycles sold separately. We got the Quad Father struggling to reach the top shelf. But watch out, Stevie Lou. Here comes new Portello with his nunchucks. And we even got the
New
Zoom
Portella.
off. Buy now and get a free Kate Meanie toy coming and going in a lot of shapes and sizes.
Of course. And she's got the sex toys. I'm going to get some sex toys too. How about that on top of it? I will be the sex toy comedian.
You thought we were finished, we're not. Of course, we also got all the classic Hack Pack action figures. We got the Tickle Me Shuli that just smokes weed all day and laughs.
Hey, buddy.
I want to get that.
And with the flip of a switch, he turns into Shuli the snake.
Yeah.
We got the Soul Patch silent mic that never says anything no matter how often you press its button. And last but not least, we got the Reverend Bob Levy. He just constantly smokes like a chimney, but watch out or he'll throw a drink in your face. He's dead. He's alive. He's two things and two things are better than one. Pack of smokes sold separately.
All that and more in Ray's secret Discord store. Official sponsor of the Tookie World Order. Ray can't be associated with that.
Get the KB action figure, new and exclusive on Ray DeVito's secret Discord store. Ray's Discord store. He can't be associated with that. Well, that's what it is.
I just can't be associated with that. I just don't want my name attached to it.
Ray DeVito's Discord store. Or we got the meats for all the poor. Ray can be associated with that. And Carlos Danger is fat.
And Carlos Danger is fat, catching some shrapnel at the end. So you can get all your Ray DeVitos at the Ray DeVito store. Get all those goodies there.
It's factual though. It's factual. Ray, Carlos Danger definitely is fat.
We haven't confirmed here by our friend Bobby Nega. It's true. Our Carlos is fat. Shout out Carlos Danger taking that hit at the end of that one. That's what Knight said. Space Nerd says, I want a steak on a wood-fired grill, Blummel's defense lawyer. See, it always leads to food talk here on BF Live every day. Doesn't matter if we do the National Day or not. Somehow we always end up talking about food and getting hungry. Dry rub with mustard and vinegar barbecue sauce. Now, see, that doesn't make it dry. How is that dry when you use mustard and vinegar? I'm talking dry, son. I'm talking just rub it. I ain't talking about no mustard and vinegar, nothing. Dry rubs can be painful, our friend Nimrob71 says. Yeah, I ain't down with no mustard. True. I'm not doing that. Let me see. Yep. I was with you till the mustard and vinegar. Or charcoal, not gas. I'm a charcoal guy. Charcoal. Guy. I like a charcoal. Yes, Nara from Blummel's defense lawyer. Yeah, Bob and Perry are moving to Florida. Is that true? Are you moving to Florida?
Shut the fuck up.
Space Nerd said it. I didn't say it. Blummel's defense lawyer says, I'm going to have to go to the grocery store after this. Sorry, Blummel's. I know we do trigger a lot of food talk here on BF Live. No matter, there's no two ways around it. Let's see. Salt and pepper, rub a stick of butter over the steak after grilling. Restaurant secret, says Terry Nee. Oh, shit. There's some more you know. Because I do like to cook me on the grill. But I'm all for a different pointer that might give me a little flavor or try something a little different. Salt and pepper, I know that's a good thing. Rub a stick of butter over the steak after grilling it. Interesting, Terry Nee. I'm going to put this, I'll try to include some butter in my steak cooking, and I'll let you know how it goes maybe down the road. Blummel's is, what's that, buddy?
I've never used butter either. I just use a little bit of vegetable oil.
Yeah, I take them out the fridge. I let them thaw typically or whatever. Or on their way to thawing, we have these dry rubs basically, like these meat seasonings, and I'll pre-season it and grind it in, make sure, and I'll let them sit and I'll let them kind of stew in those seasonings if I have enough time. And that's basically all I do, Scott. And then I just kind of cook it very carefully on indirect heat, and I get closer to the heat as I cook the steak, so I can get a nice little sear on it at the end.
I'm gonna try one of the dry rubs one time.
Dry rub, I love me some dry rub. I love the space. I love the different flavors, and I like the fact that it isn't messy. And that I think a lot of times, like people were saying in the chat, people will use A1 or sauce to disguise a poorly cooked piece of meat. So I like the fact that I dry rub it and cook it to my liking, and I know that I don't have to lather it in something to make it taste good. You should try it. MCT oil, basically, says our friend C-Mox. Blummel's and C-Mox getting the love from the one, the only. That's right. He's still lingering in the chat. The Reverend Wild Bill says, you sear at the beginning, seals the juices in with the sear. Yeah, you're right, Reverend Wild Bill. I like to get that first sear of brown on the steak, and then when I notice it's got that, I'll turn it over and get the other side seared, and then I will kind of condition it to make sure it's as pink as I like or whatever. But yes, I like locking them in too. Abels is getting the shout-out love from our friend C-Mox. Chris Abels, Hoya, from our friend Space Nerd. Chris is back again, probably after taking Liz to lunch like he always tells us. Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
That's right. Spacey was talking about Ray's Steak Oven. That's right. He doesn't cook meat on a grill. He didn't set a fire. He actually builds an oven. Ray's Steak Oven. You're not wrong about that. Let me check another drive for the. I swore I had that Ray video. Let me check external hard drive. Let me do RA on here. Let me see what comes up. Aha! I did find it. It was on my external hard drive. Let me see. All right, so let me find this for you, and we'll take you back to the days when Ray tried to cook a steak. Where is that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Ray Chad steak. It was in. Find what folder it's in there, Bobby Nick. Let's see. Properties. It is in. Oh, it's in my F drive. You dummy. So you just said that. All right. Video file. Patience with me. I'll show you this video I have. We'll take you back to the days of Ray trying to cook a steak. Let's see. Ray. Here we go. Ray and Chad. Here we go.
Dead with you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead because nobody fucking likes you because you're just a fucking loser. You're a piece
that's
of
why
shit.
I was at you were streaming yesterday, sending me
Taking you way back when Bob was on MLC.
friends. You have nothing.
You have no fucking
You have
friends.
nothing.
A fucking landlord is not a fucking friend, okay? You
He's not
didn't
a
even
friend.
fucking put money
He's one of
down
my
to get
best
there.
friends.
Kevin got
He's one
you
of my
into
best
the
friends.
Wait, Chad kills me on that as he goes, because a landlord's not a friend. Chad goes, not a friend? He's one of my best friends. Phenomenal.
Have friends. You have nothing.
You have no
You
fucking
have
friend.
nothing.
A fucking landlord is not a fucking friend, okay? You
He's
didn't
not a
even
friend.
fucking put money
He's one of
down
my
to get
best
there.
friends.
Kevin got
He's one
you
of my
into
best
the
fucking
fucking
friends. You're
slum.
dead.
Look at Kevin. You want to see the face of a guy who just walked through the pearly gates of heaven? Keep your eye. Keep your eye
The
on
good
on
old
the hot
days.
dog guy in the top.
That fucking
You're
slum.
a fucking loser.
You should
You're a
have
loser,
Barry Ribs
scumbag.
fucking laying
You're
back
almost
there.
61. You're almost dead.
Yeah, I'm almost dead. You're gonna
You
be
fucking
I-
bitch.
I can't threaten him because oh fuck, he's gonna call.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cops. Him and
Strike
John.
the channel.
John's coming to
Kevin
my
will
house
finally
now.
realize that you're full of shit. He doesn't need you. He doesn't,
Who doesn't
need you
need
on
me,
the show.
John?
Kevin.
Oh, Kevin loves me. He doesn't like
John
you.
clowned you. John
clowned you. No, you and him are
Oh,
two
yeah?
fucking clowns. Two
I made a
fat
shitload of money,
fucking
Bob,
losers
every fucking day.
And
Ray does a month
I
of
labeled
shit.
this Ray's steak, but it's not. They're not talking about the steak yet.
Because I have a fucking friend.
Top left in the bottom right.
Everybody that can help you. Funny bones do you do? In the building. You can't do shit besides take Kevin's money. You fat fuck. Go buy a carton of cigarettes. Steaks for...
Look at Ray cringing. Look, Scott.
Jesus Christ, you got...
He's like, the adults are arguing. I can't take it. Look. Oh my goodness. So yeah.
You don't leave the house.
This didn't end up being about the steaks. I had it mislabeled, but there you go. We all remember the days where Ray built a grill. Brian Kowalczyk says, is there anyone in the chat not having steak tonight? Well, I think I talked myself into it, and probably a lot of other people, Brian. I know I got a couple few in the freezer. I might go thaw them and see if it kind of fits in with the timing for tonight. But yeah, I think maybe we just talk this into having some steak tonight. Me Kowalczyk says Chris Abels. I'm having wings. He's not having steak tonight. He's having them chicken wings. Wait, football tonight, Abels? Space Nerd says, are they super spicy, Chris Abels? And how was your cake? C-Mox says, he's having ground beef tonight. The steaks are in the freezer, though. I'm feeling the same way, C-Mox. I'm like, you know what? I could get off here in a timely manner. I could rub one out, if you will, on the steaks, that is. Rub out me a steak and have one for dinner tonight. I just might do that. Let's see what happens when I get off. Dry rub and the sauce on side for dipping. Okay. You want sauce on side? Sauce on side, Reverend Wild Bill. The Space Nerd checks in and says, I will not be having steak, Brian Kowalczyk. Some fake chicken or something. LOL. Space Nerd having her vegetarian diet. And we're talking about all this meat that we're going to devour tonight. And she's going to say, I'm having some fake ass chicken or something like that. Hell yeah, Space Nerd. I like them hot. From Chris Abels. Cyke says, thought football starts a week from today. I don't think there's a preseason game on tonight. They might be done with all the games, but check your local listings. I'm not 100% on that. Tonight, Kowalczyk, not tonight, Kowalczyk, Sunday night, though. Cyke fantasy football drafts are tonight. Next Sunday, not this Sunday, says our friend Cyke. And he says, to the response about the fantasy league. We're talking about their league. I think the TSN league, brother. I think they have one spot left. I wish it wasn't $100 buy-in. Yeah, and I wish I had more time in the day. I do this show. I happen to do this show 5 days a week. Plus, I do 3 other shows. So it's really hard for me to be involved with fantasy football. But I want to thank them guys for inviting me to play. Just the same. Are they collecting Sunday? Hoya. We got the True BS. Find out later, brother. Tribe is great, and there's such a variety of different flavors, says our friend Blummels. I render beef fat and use that to sear or pan fry my steak. Now that sounds good. I like me some good rendered fat off of a steak, man. That sounds delicious. I'll ask Casey. She messaged me. They're talking about the fantasy league. A good sauce is also awesome, but it shouldn't be the reason you're eating the steak. Exactly, Blummels. And I think to avoid any confusion on my part or whatever, and just to enjoy what I know I like without the sauce, I just make it dry the way I like it. But yeah, I agree with that, because I've had people that have cooked chicken and then have cooked steak on a grill for me, and they have to compensate with seasoning and sauces and stuff like that. I ain't down with that. Sounds good. The lovely homie Don't Play That checks in. Hello, homie. I hope and trust that you're having a great day with Chris Abels as best as you can. Hang in there with him. Let's see. How you doing? The Reverend Wild Bill and Buckshot getting the love from Chris Abels. From who?
Chris fucking Abels?
That's right, and it's Thursday night, so you can probably see them sometime tonight between 9:30 and 10 o'clock on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel doing Killing with the Abels. And that's where Liz tries to do a show about her favorite true crime stories, and Chris sits there and interrupts her. That's kind of what goes on that show. So if you're into a really cool couple that like to hang out and chill and talk about true crime and see a good couple in action, watch Killing with the Abels tonight on 100 Proof Podcasting right here on YouTube. Abels is getting the love from Blummel's defense lawyer. Just kidding, homie. You better say you're just kidding, because that's Mrs. Abels. Sear and bake, says our friend Blummel, still talking about the steak. Homie, don't play that. Hoya from the Red Wild Bill. Blummel's is getting the steak love from Salute from Chris Abels. Gay man, says Buckshot Kid. Gay men praise brothers and sisters. Thank you. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves today here on BF Live Stream Show 136. We're about to pull this train into the station as soon as I finish up reading these last few chats, and we'll get on down the road. Gay men, right back to Buckshot Kid from our friend who?
Chris fucking Abels?
The one and only. In the comments continue, we say, hey everyone, from the lovely homie Don't Play That. She's just going everyone in there, so that you have to type everyone's name. Scott, why do you always wear your head with your hat with your head? Your hair is awesome.
Well, when it gets, usually you notice it's damp when I got it down. When I just got out of the shower or something. When I take it, when it ain't got, it gets too woman looking.
Oh, there you go. It gets too fluffy and foo-foo for me. Yeah, I thought, because I knew Scott for a while before I knew he was hiding that good head of hair, and I'm like, well, maybe he's just having some unity with me wearing a hat or something, So,
right, yeah.
Why wearing a hat? But yes, Scott has a great head of hair, and so yes, he likes to. There you go. He gets a little too girly for him, I guess, if you just kind of let it go, huh?
Yeah, I usually don't have it down. It just don't look right. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there's your answer there. I mean,
it does though. As long as you have a beard and your goatee, you're fine. You're fine. Trust me, man. It looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Got it, and you rocking it. I'm trying to find something here. I was stalling a little bit. Let me see. See if I can share this real quick. Yeah, because I know there used to be a day, the window share. This guy, like, look at this guy. That guy used to have some hair too.
Yeah,
guy.
there you go. Yeah,
that guy used to have some hair back in the day. That did available on the members only. I let that picture out, members only on YouTube. But yeah, I had some back in the day. I know.
Yeah,
Rocking it, rocking that shit. There you go.
You got the curly there.
You're gonna die, baby. Permanent. Brian Kowalczyk, I'm having ramen and chicken tonight. Ramen chicken. Terry Nee says salt and pepper both sides before grilling. Rub some butter on one side. When you take it off the grill, that's it. Did this jump on me? Chicken. Choose. Oh, I have to choose between pork, chicken, or steak tonight, and I'll probably make some rice and beans. Who says? Wait a minute. BF Chang is not in the house, but he was in the house last night for replayables. But BF Chang will be making an appearance soon after this show, if you know what I mean, the Reverend Wild Bill, and I know you do. BF Chang is just out the back of my house. I'm coming to Blummel's house, says Space Nerd. Cyke says, I'm trying to lose weight before my golf thing, and it sucks. We got plenty of proteins there, plenty of lean proteins, and come on. You'll be ready for your golf tournament. Nerd, you are welcome. Close to the Bronx? Question mark. Gasha says, I enjoy the gristle on steaks. I like that. I like the burnt, juicy, spicy, gristly. Are you a gristle guy, Scott? Do you like the burnt ends? Some places sell like burnt beef ends or beef tips. You like that?
Yeah. And the fat. I love the fat.
Yeah, a little bit of fat mixed in with the beef tips, Bobby Nick. You ever had like good beef tips or just good gristle off of a steak? I like me some gristle.
Yeah, man. It's good shit.
Some tasty gristle. Yeah, I'll go for that first sometimes, Cassius. I'm like, let me get this gristle, put that flavor in my mouth, and then follow it with a piece of meat. Mwah. Me and we going to be cooking some steaks later. Oh, the angry iguana. He is here looking out for Chris Abels this time.
Chris fucking Abels?
Urinator Chris loves tube steaks smothered in underwear. Oh boy. The piss master. Oh my goodness. Watch out, angry iguana out there. I don't think he hit you last night. The Reverend Wild Bill says the key word is tries. Liz tries to present a great show. Thank you. I'm glad that you saw the humor in that, the Reverend Wild Bill. Yeah, if you want to hang out with the Abels tonight, kill them with the Abels on 100 Proof Podcasting channel right here on YouTube. Chris Abels laughs and says, LMAO, angry iguana, you bastard. The Space Nerd says, Cyke, I lost 20-some pounds by eliminating crap I eat when I have the munchies late at night. That does get you sometimes, nerd. Yeah, you like better off just going to bed. I'm working with a dietitian. She has helped me too. Chicken and rice can be delicious. I hear that's a good protein sources and not a lot of fat in any of that. So there you go. There's some recommendations. Oh, Scott, he done bugged out on me. Let me see.
Whoa, he gone.
He bugged out. It dropped quick, so he didn't even go backstage. It went as fast as you seen it. Come on back, Scott. And if not, it's 3:08. So Scott's like, hey, he's like, BF, I come sit with you 3 hours. We're now well into the ish. I got to get out of here. I got to piss and all. So shout out, Scott, whether you come back or not, brother. Thanks for hanging out with me as always. Try. There is try. There's no try. Try. There's no try. Do or do not. Yes, I eat once a day during certain hours, and outside of that, I do not. It really helped a lot. So just that timing, like then falling out of those kind of habits, like the late night habit or the mid morning, let me grab this habit. Yeah, a lot of times just changing our rhythm of our day can change your dietary stuff too. Homie, don't play that. My girl from Space Nerd. Space Nerd goes on to say, Blumels, I want to do the intermittent fasting. Haven't gotten there yet. It's a good idea for me to do. It's a good idea for me to do that. I heard Gino Bisconte and other people talk about this intermittent fasting where they will like, right, Bobby? You've heard of this too, right?
Yep. 100%. Yeah. 100%. What's his name does it all the time?
Yeah, Gino. Yeah, he was talking about it. Mm-hmm. Space Nerd Lurver. Chris Abels, how was your cake? Our friend Space Nerd wants to nerd. Love you too, Space Nerd, says to homie. Space Nerd, absolutely delicious. So let you know about how Chris liked the cake. Bulma's Fence Lawyer says it's working for me. I've lost 30 pounds in the last month. There you go. Wow. Chat family. Helping chat family and sharing their stories. We're about to pull this train into the station. The Space Nerd says, are you going to the baseball game with Timmy? Give him a hug and a kiss for me, says Space Nerd. We'll have to see if that happens this weekend. What Space Nerd is alluding to is that our most generous and great chat family bro, Attack on Timmy, he's always hanging out in these chats and with replayables especially. Him and Chris might get together and go to a baseball game this Saturday. Now, Saturday is typically when Levyverse happens, the replayables happens on the Levyverse, I should say. We're going to try to do 10 o'clock Saturday night, replayables. So everybody can go out and have a long weekend kind of day with your family, wake up late, go out and do what you got to do, take care of your business. And maybe when you get back from being out with your loved ones or whatever you did, we'll have something ready there for you to do and have more fun taking you into like the midnight hour from 10 till at least midnight East tomorrow night. On the Levyverse, it will be replayables, and maybe if it all goes down, Space Nerd, Attack on Timmy and Chris might be together. Maybe they'll check in, but I'm pretty sure that Shawnee and I will be holding down replayables just the same this Saturday night, 10 o'clock East. Blumels, defense lawyer, says, and you don't have to deprive yourself. You can eat pretty much what you just like within a certain time and don't deviate from that, and it really helps. More advice. Wow, Blumels, that may encourage me. You may look mad cool. You look mad cool with your hair, Scott Fitzpatrick. He really does. The Reverend Wild Bill, thank you for your compliment, my friend, by saying that it's a great show as always, and peace. Peace to you, my brother, and stay cool down there in the ATL, man. We got one more day to go in this week. Tomorrow, Friday BF Live. Nerd agreed from Blumels defense lawyer. Chris Abels checks in and says, Blumels, put the doo-doo and the beans on it for sure. I put the doo-doo and the beans on it, put a little cane on it. The Blumels defense lawyer says, keep chatting. Let's see how many more hours we can keep him. You're doing this. This is the Scott method of what you're doing. I see what you guys are up to. Scott was holding out on us. Yes, Blumels. It was many months of podcasting with Scott before I ever knew that he was hiding all that hair under there, Bobby Nick.
Yeah, I remember that. He came on, and I don't remember what got him to take his hat off.
No,
I think somebody kind of noticed that his hair was sticking out more than usual, and then it was like,
or somebody brought it up. Yeah, yep. There are two things that I thought when I first started podcasting with Bobby Nick and Scott. I said Bobby Nick is skinny and Scott doesn't have a lot of hair. You're another one, bro. Like, I wasn't really caring or looking. I couldn't really tell. I wasn't the details about everybody's hair and body style and all that stuff. So you just always been Bobby Nick to me, no matter what. But let's see. It may take long to get there, says Blumels. I want Scott's hair. I think we all could want a little of that. The bone marrow. I'm not a big marrow guy. Some people are like really getting that steak bone or getting that bone out of the T-bone and all, Bobby Nick. Or are you a big bone guy? You gotta work the bone.
I
work the bone. Yeah.
I'll eat off of it, but I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, some people like really suck the bone and they like get into it a little too much, don't they?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
They kind of do. It's difficult, but at first, but you will, when you see it start to feel better, it's encouraging, says Blumels defense lawyer. I went 3 days without eating one time, and on the third day, I felt so good, I couldn't believe it. I've heard of those reactions. Kai and Friends checks in. Kai Brancazio.
Kai.
It's been a minute, Kai. I haven't seen you on air or anything, but thank you for checking in today on BF Live as we're about to pull this train into the station. Stream Show 136 is the train I'm referring to. Just grabbing some lunch and wanted to say hi. Thank you, my friend. And please be sure to check us every day here at 12 o'clock East, 12 to 3. True Blumels, he's still going. I guess they're going to the game. Kai Hoya, brother, from Chris Abels. Hey, Kai, from our friend Gaseous. Space Nerd says, my big thing, I gave up very close to 100%, my 2 Diet Cokes a day habit. It's only been a week. I have had one here and there, but not buying in bulk. That's good. And Space Nerd, I know some family and personal people that are doing that Noom thing to where they're not denying themselves of anything, Space Nerd, but what they're doing is kind of like you indicated, just breaking habits and counting calories and maybe telling themselves, I had enough of this for today, or I've had enough of that for today. But they're not really denying themselves of anything. They're just having less quantities of it, and they're measuring it, and they know that they're staying in a window, and it really made a difference in their body and their health. So Noom, I would recommend that. I've seen that actually work for people. The Space Nerd says, thank you, BF Live Bobby, for starting my morning. Well, thank you for being here, for letting me start your morning, Space Nerd. I appreciate having this great chat family to allow me to do this and to live this dream that I'm doing. Hi, Gaseous, from our friend Kai and Friends. BF never misses a reference. Come on, I try. I can be a little slow on the uptake with all the bells and whistles that I have here on BF Live, but I do my best to keep up with you all every day. Our Skevin Scott Fitzpatrick says, oops, I was stretching my legs and knocked myself off. Bye, everybody. I knew it happened real quick, Scott, whatever it was. Because you were just gone, brother. So let's see. Hi, Chris Abels, from our friend Kai Branicasio. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate you, brother. Always nice hanging out with you, friend. Yeah, and once I quit with the soda and the beer, that made such a big difference. The weight started melting off. The beer is a big misleading thing too, Bobby Nick. I think people think that, oh, it's just a liquid, it's not going to stick on me. But that stuff, that's why you hear about these, 90, 99 or 95 calorie beers, because the regular beer, if they drink 2 or 3 or 4 of them a day, it'll put a lot of calories in your body a day. No doubt.
Yeah, I remember a guy who was in a band, and they actually they got a tour with I forget what band it was. It was a pretty famous band, but Canadian wise anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, he got into a habit of going to hotels and just drinking all night. And he just when he came back, he's like, I have like pudgy fat on my body for the first time in my life, and I feel disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It was from all the beer.
Yeah, I remember one of the guys, the guy from Rob Thomas, the singer, he got that alcohol bloat for a while, I think, when they were famous and on the road, and like you saying, he was just drinking all the time. Like all of a sudden he was like had that alcohol bloat going. I think he had to slow his roll, at least it would look like to me. But yeah, beer and soda are far more worse than some foods out there, for sure, as far as calories and fat. Kai is getting the love and the devil horns from Scott Fitzpatrick in the chat. Good afternoon, Kai. I hope all is well from Chris Abels. Scott, LOL, later bro from Blummel's Defense Lawyer. Hello, Kai from Blummel's Defense Lawyer. The Space Nerd says, love you, chat family. Lovely hanging with you. Hope Scotty is okay. As you see, he is. LOL. Thank you, nerd. We are family. I got all my space nerds in me. Yes, I do. Kai and friends checking in saying, hi, Blummel's Defense Lawyer. My salty friend. I love the time change. Oh, yes, we're going to try the 10 o'clock. So many people said yes, that they are willing to, and they would prefer a 10 o'clock start time on Saturday nights for replayables. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night, 10 o'clock East. We're going to give a little more time to have fun with your weekend day, and then we'll have some late night fun for you. 10 o'clock East tomorrow night on the Levyverse replayables. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke, play videos, spin the wheel, and get in all kind of fun and trouble. Kai, you remember me? ? Says Blummel's. Oh, the Avatar, LOL. From Blummel's. Chris Abels, all is well, my friend, and thank you from Kai Bronicasio. Awesome, Kai. Kai says, yo to Scott Fitzpatrick. Blummel says, love you guys. Thanks for the good times and hope to see you soon. Gasha says that soda is horrible when you need to lose weight. I lost 80 pounds in 5 months years ago. Yeah, that I'm telling you, the soda and the beer is that people think that just cutting back on the food does enough, gaseous, but I think it's very important to point out what these beer and these drinks can do to you. Scott says, Kai, I put up clips of my first talking from the chat when you kind of defended me against your chat. LOL, Scott is letting you know. A lot of people suck the bone. Whoa. Hey, speak for yourself there, Stacey. A lot of people suck the bone. Here you go. There you go. Look who catches your attention. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people suck the bone. Some people resemble that one, Mark.
Hello, Frisco.
Okay. There you go. Who does that?
I was raised by a gay man.
Oh, that explains why people suck the bone. There you go. Kai and friends says, Scott Fitzpatrick, no filter. Enjoyed seeing it, buddy. Chris says, yes, I'm 12 years old. Me too, Chris Abels. Stacy is getting the laughs from Chris Abels. There is Cardiff Electric on Rumble now. For those of you who didn't see it, we'll end the show much the way we started it, with breaking news, letting everybody know that Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel has been nuked. That's right. I'm going to put this sort of banner down. There you go. Put the comment down so you can read that. That yes, in fact, Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel, he reported at 11 o'clock East this morning, he showed up on Rumble saying, hey guys, I'm on Rumble now, so catch me over here. There was a problem with playing the John's movie last night, that it had some nudity in it, and apparently that nudity got removed off the air, so no more Cardiff Electric on YouTube. His link for his Rumble page is running in my chat, so go ahead and sub up over there to Cardiff Electric, because his channel was nuked. That is our breaking news for today in our kind of podcast community. So for those of you joining the show late or didn't know, you got to catch Cardiff Electric over on Rumble now, because Cardiff Electric's YouTube channel got nuked. And there it is right there. All right, let's get. We got the soda thing. We got he said suck. Stacy is laughing. The marrow can be the best part of if it's seasoned right and has a lot of great vitamins and nutrients. I don't really go at it like a dog, but I have had like the bone, that kind of bone part in your mouth, and gotten the flavor out of it. But I don't go to town on it like you see kind of some people do. I don't suck the bone, Stacy. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't put me in that category. I'm not a bone sucker. At least not today. Maybe if the money's right, or have enough drinks. Cheers from Chris Abels. Scott, LOL, that's funny. I'm about to copy and paste the entire book of War and Peace and see how long we can keep this going.
Oh, God.
Son of a beach. Scott and Bobby Nick rock. Blumels is saying 100. The dial-up modem sound getting the laugh. Dave Grohl has the alcohol bloat. Yes, he has another one, C-Mox. You're right, where you kind of slowly watch him, and you're like, damn, Dave, like, let go to beers during the show, bro. You're not wrong about that, C-Mox. You're not wrong about that at all. Before Replayables started, I weighed 60 pounds, says Chris Abels. Ha ha ha. Nobody's believing that. Blummel says, Our Lady Pilsner. Our Lady Peace, Our Lady Pilsner. Amen to Blummels from Chris Abels. No Saturday, not tomorrow. That's right. Okay, I'm sorry. I do because I missed the day, and I might have said tomorrow on Replayables, right? Because I do have a little Friday brain going here, Cyke. So I did have a little folks little misspeaking right there. Saturday Replayables, 10 o'clock East on the Levyverse. Thank you. Saturday, BF, not Friday. Okay. I'm on here for over 3 hours now. Sometimes I slip my tongue. Let me see. Great show, boys from Space Chief 75. See everybody in one chat or another today later on from Space Chief 75. Tyranny says Avocado Dream is the world's most sustainable brand, the pinnacle of certified organic mattresses, luxury bedding, and quality wood furniture. We're radically honest about our sourcing. Yes, it says vodka seems to be the safest alcohol, ironically. I like it because it doesn't have like a harsh back taste or whatever. I'm more of a herbalist than an alcoholic, so I like a good smooth alcohol, gaseous. Chris Abel says, gaseous, I'm switching. This beer is killing me. Yeah, Chris is learning, and I prefer a nice ripe applecado. Oh, do you? You prefer an applecado?
Yeah, it's me, Bobby Nick. I love to eat some apple cobbler. Yeah, it's me, Bobby Nick. I love to eat me some avocado. Yeah, it's me, Bobby. I'm Bobby Nick. I love to eat avocados. Ah, yeah, Bobby Nick. I love to eat avocados. Did I throw
Not true,
my
Chris Abels.
avocados? I love to take shit. Yeah, Bobby Nick. I'm sitting on the toilet after eating avocado. Bobby Nick. I love to fuck women. I love to eat women up the attic with avocados.
As avocados. Blummels. How long do you think this will go on? And Blummel says, hopefully forever. Mrs. Honey and Kai rock. Chris Abel lets everybody know. And with that, I am at the end of the chat. So everybody grab your beverage, sit back and relax, because I'm going to turn the show over to Bobby Nick Havens for a minute or two here so he can read all of his plugs to us tonight on this Thursday, not Friday, Bobby Nick. That's why I always put the banner up to always frame the date for me, because doing shows every day of the week, sometimes you lose track of it. So today is Thursday, August 29th, and Bobby Nick Havens, I turn it over to you, sir.
Well, yeah. Next, right after this show, well, at least 5 or 10 minutes after, you can check me out in the lounge over on Rumble. I do a music video show, guys. I'm bringing the old good MTV back, and for the low price of $1, you can get your music video onto my show. Go over to rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. Join me, like 10 minutes. And No Filter with Andrew and Friends tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. God only knows what's going to happen on there. Check it out on YouTube. Yeah, we've been having some good shows lately, so check it out. Right here, BF Live, every Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern to 3-ish.
Yeah, it's 3:26 here.
We're definitely
well
in the
into
ish right now, folks.
Yes.
But yeah, then Catalano TV, of course, I'm on Alpha Shot Lounge Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, it's a home of Joey C, guys. So go over there, Catalano TV, and subscribe. And then Jason Bardo X, bored half to death, is coming back. He's been done a lot of chill casts lately. He did a hell stream last night. It was so crazy. Had to be privated, deleted. It is no more. So yeah, every midnight though, folks, there's a show there. So go check it out at JBX is God on YouTube.
All right. Is that it, Bobby Nick? That's what you got?
I'm done.
There you go. So it is Thursday night. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, they do No Filter. Immediately following this show, Bobby Nick has let you know that he will be in the lounge on Rumble, $1 per song. It's a bargain. So if you like the old MTV vibe and you want to see some good music and do some requests, $1 per song. It's a bargain. So go check out Bobby Nick over in the Wild Wild West. That is Rumble on Rumble in the lounge. Also in the chat today, it should be running if it's stuck right. You should also see that Bobby Nick 1978 on YouTube. I put that in the chat. Oh, there. Well, there. I put it in. It's a double right there. Right there. It's in the lounge on Rumble. And then the second thing says Bobby Nick's YouTube. And it's all right there in the chat for you.
Thank you so much, BF. And yes, I did forget to mention that Lunatic Lounge is on that channel at Bobby Nick 1978. So give me a subscribe. If you like to watch Lunatic Lounge, Mondays and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
There you go.
Check it out.
Bobby got
And thank
plugs
you,
for his
Blummel.
plugs. So there you go. So we're always, we love doing this and love hanging out with you guys so much. I'm always so appreciative for Bobby Nick coming and hanging out with me and Scott Fitzpatrick and all you guys in the chat family. There's been a couple, 20, 30 of you in here the whole time. Thank you very much. Let's keep it going and keep it growing. Like, share, and subscribe, BF Live. I will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock East, 12 to the 3-ish. You can see that the ish is not a lie here on BF Live because we're well into the ish. It is 3:30, so I don't need to thank Bobby for coming for 3 hours, but staying for the ish. So check Bobby immediately following this show right here. Go over to the Rumble, go in the lounge with Bobby Nick Havens and enjoy that. So for my friend Bobby Nick Havens, for Scott Fitzpatrick, for Stormy, Andrew, and all of our chat family friends, I'm going to say peace and love, and we will see you the next time we see you right here on BF Live. But that's all we got for you today, folks. See you tomorrow. We are out. Bye-bye.
Peace.